All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our special draft coverage edition of the NBA draft. I am Bobby Finstock. That's Alex and Tia Chisco joined in just right on time.
Right
Nice,
on top, baby.
microphone is working.
It's
Sounds
good.
good. Start of
It's
the
good.
show.
Hey, that was
Good.
sabotage, bro. That was sabotage last show, man. I don't know what was going on. Everything was fine, and the moment it goes live, everything just shuts off. I'm like, no, no.
Yeah, that was like right. Of course, we had, which was an awesome get from Clutch, but we had Brandon Tobin on the show, which provided a lot of great information. Alex, Clutch in the house, Justin in the house, guys. How you doing? First off, and how you feeling about tonight's NBA draft?
Doing great, guys. I'm pumped. This is the night that I look forward to every year. You get to see a whole bunch of lives get changed, and a whole bunch of lives who may not have their names called tonight also get changed too, because we know the big fun happens when the undrafted guys come in. And Miami knows that better than any other team.
There you go. Clutch, what are you thinking, man?
Man, I'm so ready for this draft for different reasons. What happens is the draft really starts at number two with everything going on with all the noise. Excited to see what Miami does. Maybe maybe something big, maybe nothing at all, but whoever they get at 18 is going to be really interesting. The prospects are good this year.
Absolutely. It really starts for Miami right at 2 when we figure out um, what goes down there. Of course, Portland at 3. That's when we start to realize, okay, now we're in play. And then, of course, we're talking about Damian Lillard. That's where Miami Heat fans are on right now. Let's see here. Charlotte, though, for a long time, was projected for Charlotte to go Brandon Miller for a while. But maybe talking a little too much trash to Michael Jordan cost him the number 2 spot. Because now it's projected that possibly that the Hornets are going to go Scoot Henderson with the second overall pick. And then that's when what are you going to do at number 3 for the Trailblazers? Alex, we're waiting on the Hornets. We know what the Spurs are going to do. There's no mystery there.
They're on the
I
clock.
wonder.
They're on the clock.
I wonder who they're gonna go with.
I wonder. It's a big surprise. But what if the Hornets go ahead and take Scoot Henderson with the second pick? What do you think happens with the Trailblazers at 3? What player is the more than likely pick if they stay at 3, if they don't move out of that spot? Because we know that supposedly, New Orleans wants to trade up, but now Shams is reporting that the Hornets or the Portland has no interest in trading back. So, who do you think more than likely is the pick here?
I think I always figured Scoot Henderson was going to be the pick. I figured that the rumors going to start coming on Brandon Miller because they wanted to drive up the price for New Orleans probably. I'm pretty sure they're still negotiating with New Orleans. Just Scoot Henderson is just a prospect that you cannot pass up, in my opinion. Talent across the board. Victor Wembanyama. If Victor Wembanyama wasn't in this draft, I said it the other day, Scoot Henderson would be the number 1 overall pick. I know they got LaMelo, but you can make it work. And LaMelo's injured 1/3 of the season. Has been for the past 2 years. So I'm just really interested to see if they actually make the pick, because I know New Orleans is going to try to call it to the very end, and they're offering Zion Williamson. I'm pretty sure they're going to ask for Ingram, but either way, I think it's going to be Scoot. Now, what happens there is Brandon Miller's a decent fit for Portland, but I do believe Portland also likes Thompson. Who's going to benefit the most from this, honestly, is the Rockets, because the Rockets are just waiting there at 4. Whoever falls to them, they're going to be happy with who they're taking, especially if it's Thompson. But Brandon Miller fits in Portland. It's not really a fit. Like I said before, it's more of a timeline. So I believe this has just been a PR masterclass. Damian Lillard has gone and stepped up every time. Every time they said a little bit more. Oh, he's really thinking about it. So when it's the official pick goes through, unless it's a blockbuster trade and they traded that pick for talent, you're gonna start seeing the leaks and Chris Haynes reporting, Dame Lillard talking, requesting a trade, etc., etc. So if they're gonna pick, if Scoot falls to them, they're gonna go with Scoot. They're not gonna listen to no offers. They're gonna go with Scoot across the board. If it's Brandon Miller, you might see them trade down a little bit, or you never know. You really don't know.
So let me go ahead first again. Everyone, you're watching our special live coverage of the NFL draft on the
NBA.
Sports.
Yeah.
NBA. Oh, and NBA. What did I say? NFL?
Yeah, PTSD. I'm telling you, it's just there. It's there.
Sorry. I'm so tired.
You're
NBA.
fired.
And the Dolphins and Tua are going to go in Tua and then Tyreek Hill.
All right. And I did it all.
Dolphins,
NBA draft show, draft coverage. Smash that like and subscribe button, whether you're watching on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. We appreciate you. Stager's in the house. Appreciate you, Stager, for tuning. I know. And Stager, I'm going to send you the link in just a few minutes. And glad to have you on. You're a 76ers fan, so it'll be good to get that part in. But I don't think the 76ers have a pick, but it doesn't matter. You always go entire NBA, talk about it.
There's going to be a lot of trades going down. A lot of people buying picks in the second round. The Lakers, you saw what the Lakers did, right? The Lakers paid $4.5 million to move up 7 spots. So they got something else cracking. They're going to do some other moves.
Let's see here. Again, we might have. I know the guy who we're going to have guest on who covers the Lakers on a podcast, but he has to come up with his so he'll be on next Tuesday for Fast Break, which will be great.
Okay.
The Lakers perspective, and then we might have Buzz on later tonight. So let me know. What about Kyrie? What's going on with
Kyrie
Kyrie?
who? For Sixers?
You know, I don't know. Hey, so this is something that's funny. As we're waiting here for the first pick, we're very
We'll give you Kyle Lowry.
We're trying to figure out what's going to happen there. But I saw Clutch tweet this about 40 minutes ago. It was so funny. And you always think about what's going on behind the scenes and who knows what.
I tweet a lot of things. So you're gonna have to
explain, Clutch. What happened with ESPN?
You're talking about the projections.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, I tweet a lot of things, so you had to refresh my mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the Jamie Jaquez Jr. to Miami, but then when you read the analysis, it says something
changed.
else.
By the way, they changed ESPN. You're not slick. It changed. The original analysis was that 18 was gonna be. It still had the Heat picture on it and all that, but it did say that number 18 was gonna be Portland's second first round pick, which I was like, what's going on here? The script might got leaked.
Yeah. Did the script get released?
The glitches were like, Ben, you're not supposed to post that. Oh, I can't post it yet? Oh, shit. Delete Miami picks. And I'm telling you, bro, this is the – okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Commissioner's coming out.
First pick.
Scoot Henderson.
That's peanuts.
What?
Yeah, Scoot Henderson. Carson Wallace. What?
In the 2023 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Victor Wembanyama.
Shocker, everybody. There you go.
I for one
Whoever
am
did that,
shocked.
do that
Now
for
the
every-
draft
I like
begins.
that.
The
And
draft
so we
begins.
have it, another Frenchman in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, you know what, though? As I was going through the draft and I was looking at prospects and, obviously looking more at Miami than anything, but looking at the draft prospects, if mostly all of them, these French prospects that are coming in this year are going to be damn good players in the NBA. On the defensive side of the ball, Alex, the French, you have Ryan Rupert, the guard out of France. I don't want to butcher this guy's name, Belil Calabali.
Spurs supposedly going to
They're going to want to trade up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look at some of the rumors. I know Dave brought up the Lakers with Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie. That's one of the possibilities.
So here's the current trade rumors right now, at least the ones that have been brought up earlier today. With the Celtics, they made a big trade. They got Kristaps Porzingis. They traded away Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies. We're going to touch on that. But they may not be done. Another name that might be moved is Grant Williams. Okay, so that's something to look out for. Houston, we know they're at 4. They're not moving out of that bit. They want to wait to get the best player. But they might not be done as well. They may look to trade up. And the teams that they're possibly looking at is Miami at 18 and possibly all the way up to 10 for Dallas. Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs could be on the move to the Orlando Magic if the Magic draft Anthony Black out of Arkansas, the guard out of Arkansas. And then the Cavs are interested in acquiring the 23rd pick from Portland and forward Nasir Little. So those are the current rumors that are being brought up for the NBA.
And those are teams, Bob, that you mentioned. I believe Orlando's going to be active. I believe another team on the radar is going to be active is OKC. OKC has a lot of draft capitals. Then you got Jazz. So Colin Sexton could be on the move. You got a lot of those young teams that do have, which is now I don't know if it was a blessing in disguise, because OKC stockpile all these picks, and we always talk about, oh, they're gonna put them all together, bunch them up, and acquire talent. Now it seems like the major teams that are over the cap, what they're trying to do, like Denver Nuggets, possibly Golden State, they're gonna try to acquire first-round picks. They're gonna try to acquire second-round picks. So these teams that have a lot of draft capital might be just moving the picks because now the picks are at an all-time high in value. So I believe those teams are going to be very active today. OKC, Orlando, even Cleveland. Cleveland might be active with some of their young players.
Absolutely. We're watching that. Again, we got the Hornets now on the board. For a while, they were projected to take Brandon Miller. But
this is going to get fun right now,
just
bro.
recently, that changed
The
up.
great Anakin Skywalker. This is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins. Yes, sir. This is where it gets interesting. And, there you go. Like team needs starting a small forward and a power forward. Of course, Brandon Miller's sitting right there. But it's kind of funny that he projected to go to the Hornets for a while. And then as soon as he talks about Michael Jordan airballing and who the GOAT is and everything, he starts throwing that all out there. All of a sudden it changes. Scoot Henderson's going to be the pick at 2 possibly. So it's just very interesting. Of course, what's crazy is that Michael Jordan is making this pick, but he's selling the team. He has the last say over the player they're going to pick, but he's going to be gone after this.
Guys, go ahead. We can't. I've just retweeted a picture of if the Magic draft Grady Dick, they have a picture of him next to Suggs, Jalen Suggs. I just retweeted it. Go take a look.
Oh boy.
That's going to be favorite duo.
You went there.
Dick and Suggs.
No, they put Suggs first.
Oh, even better. Even better.
This is awesome, bro. All you gotta put is any other player on the left side of Suggs, and then you got a perfect lineup right there. Them just walking down the court. Oh man, I love it.
Classic. Wow.
So we'll see what happens now with the Hornets. Like again,
the pick is in. Pick is in.
The pick is in. They need
us.
They need a forward. Do they go and get Miller, or do they go Henderson here?
I'm just taken aback how big freaking Wembanyama is when they're interviewing him.
Did you see the picture,
a good dude, man?
Did you see the picture of him next to JJ Redick? And they were like, JJ Redick is 6'4", and then Wembanyama looks like his dad. It looks like me standing next to my son, bro. It's
I hope
insane.
he befriends Kevin Hart just like Shaq has.
Oh.
That would be awesome.
Pick is in, bro. This is gonna change.
I thought that was Dennis Rodman who just high-fived him, but that's not
the one with the purple hair, right? I saw that too. Yeah,
that's the player for the Spurs, number 10.
He's French too, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, and Dennis Rodman used to be number 10 for the Spurs, so that's a funny quote.
All right. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let this roll out here, but I've seen the pick. Okay.
You see
Let's take a moment too.
Are they leaking it again?
The Spurs. I know, but we've got to move on. But
no, you're
think
good.
about this. What's recently happening is they're starting to play games in Austin. They're trying to expand their fan base from San Antonio to all of Central Texas, and so this is a monumental move to grow that fan base and keep the team in Texas. Because when you think of small market teams, the Spurs have been very successful, but that doesn't mean that they're going to stay in one city forever. Look what's about to happen to the Oakland A's.
Which is insane, man. Oakland's lost all their professional teams.
And how many champions do they have? 4 or 5 in Oakland, something like that?
They were a staple, man. They were a staple. Oh, my God. Look at that haircut.
Oh, that's Marty Smith, of course. Most Southern gentleman down there at ESPN.
You remind me of
aren't
Marty
they?
Smith, Justin. When I first saw you, I'm like, oh, he looks like Marty Smith.
I can see it. I can talk like him, too.
Oh, my God. You should do a show like that just the whole time, Justin.
Hey, when we get the draft, whenever they announce the pick, whoever did that, put that up again, the speaker. Whatever that was. I thought that was pretty cool. I already know what the pick is, but.
Man, bro, Scoot. Oh, okay. Brandon Miller's on the phone. Oh, it's gonna be Brandon Miller.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, it's gonna be Brandon Miller.
Hey,
he's
snitch.
on the phone.
Snitch.
It is. It's Brandon Miller.
It is.
Wow.
With the second pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Brandon Miller,
There you go, Brandon Miller.
Alabama.
all the
Man,
talk.
these chains,
and
these
Draft
chains
for
are out of
fit,
control,
not
bro.
best pick. Interesting. The Charlottes
Yeah.
and Hornets have never done that before, right?
and now the draft begins.
now it's interesting. Now it gets interesting for the NBA, aka Miami.
How many minutes before we get the interview already of a reporter talking about Dame Lillard? I'm gonna say like 10 minutes at the most.
That's why I know, because I'm not looking at the main.
I'll go
reporters.
5.
5 minutes.
Okay.
They're about to ask somebody, "Oh, what does this mean for Damian Lillard?"
For sure.
And then they'll have Brian Windhorst standing outside the Moda Center or something like that, saying, "Well, guys, what I'm hearing here is that Dame is not happy with them making this pick, and they haven't."
What does that
traded it.
mean?
So look for him to make a.
Hey,
And
what does that mean?
you know, Portland is not gonna pass up on Scoot. You know it. It's written on the wall.
I'd be shocked if they passed up Scoot. I'd be shocked.
I mean, unless Portland calls right now in New Orleans, hey, what's up? I know Charlotte didn't want to talk to you guys, but we're
Well, yeah.
picking up the phone. We'll take Zion, or we'll take Brandon.
That's the
What do
only.
you want?
That's the only avenue I see where they don't make the pick for Scoot. If the Pelicans trade up and take that pick,
Now, what happens if you see breaking news? Bam Adebayo traded to the Blazers. Well, how would you react?
Shut the hell
Because I
up.
know.
Shut the hell
I
up.
know.
Let me tell you, I did investigating today because I saw Jake L. Fisher was the one who announced that, hey, the Blazers are going to try to get him moved, trying to make a move for Bam. And, of course, you throw that off, whatever, dude, from Yahoo, whatever. But he's been pretty good on his things. But the Blazers did make an offer for Mikal Bridges that
Yeah, I saw
they
it. Third and
sent
Simmons.
You notice how they're making offers for guys that
yes, that
Lillard,
he likes. Yep.
Yeah, it's all PR, bro. It's
Dude,
all
the writing's
PR.
on the writing's on
In
the
the
wall.
interview, he said Bam is his guy, and then he's like, "Oh, Mikal's my guy too." And all
Yeah.
of a sudden,
All
it's
of
Bam
a
and Mikal.
sudden,
Always. And they're making offers for teams that they're most likely going to negotiate with now, the Heat and Brooklyn. If you notice, those are the two offers that came out. Like they're going to offer something for Mikal, offer something for Bam. Those are the teams that you're trying to negotiate with. So
Notice
I just think it's a formality.
Notice they haven't changed to say Portland is on the clock.
Yep, nothing yet.
Whoa. Interesting catch. I noticed that.
I'm multitasking.
There
I
it
have
is, not
my-
on the clock.
I have the stream up, and then I see I have the.
Man, they're leaking the picks. Shams is leaking the picks. Legion
Oh,
Boots is
I
leaking the
turned off
picks.
his notifications, man.
Shams
I
and
already
Rose
saw
always
it,
do
yeah.
this every year.
That's okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm
The
gonna
reason
get
why,
off.
no, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm watching Twitter is because of the eventual if it brings up Dame Lillard thing.
Yeah.
That's the reason, because I think now if the pick is made, which we think it may be made this way, right, without saying it for spoiling for anybody else. If the pick is made, let's say for Scoot, right, then how long before they come out and go, Dame Lillard has formally requested a trade from the Blazers. These two teams are on the top of his list.
It might come out. Not necessarily he demand a trade, because honestly, the trade still might take a few weeks, if anything. So, but there's definitely going to be an interview or a report from Chris Haynes. There's going to be a tweet from Chris Haynes, probably.
Here's the thing I don't like about the NBA draft is like it's not like the NFL draft where you make a pick and it's your pick. You can technically trade after you make the pick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is like this is the thing I don't like about the NBA draft.
And it's stupid because it'll still show Portland still has to make the pick. Even if there's a trade here, it's still Portland has to check. You have to get the hat. The guy has to wear the hat.
I hate that. Remember Ball?
Yeah.
Remember Ball? I hated that.
Yeah, man. It's pointless.
Yeah,
If you
we
trade
saw
the
it
pick,
with
just
Kawhi,
change
we
his
saw it with
hats.
Dirk, and none of those guys have anything to do with the Pacers or the Bucks.
The first one I remember, if you notice, was Stephon Marbury with Ray Allen. That's the first one I remember. And then it happened with Vince Carter and Antoine Jamison when they were traded from the Warriors with the Raptors.
Well, the same year too was Kobe and as
Yeah.
well.
That's crazy, man.
Monica, thank you so very much. That means that now
The pick
Bobby
is in.
Marks.
Portland, there are so many questions.
Here comes the interview. Here comes the interview.
We bring in our front office insider, Bobby Marks, once again. Bobby, what
Oh,
do
there you go.
Here
It is?
and the number 3 pick and its connection to Damian Lillard.
Yeah, Malika, I think when Portland, there's certainly 3 different options that they're
Not my credit card. Don't copy that info.
Show that again. Show it again for a second, man.
With Damian Lillard in that backcourt. The second option is to move off that pick and look
There you
for
go.
an
There's a
all-star
report.
player that fits
Even
the
before the
timeline
pick is
of
in,
Damian
man, that's
Lillard.
crazy.
And of course, the third option is the most drastic option, and this is something that we'll keep an eye on during free agency, is to entertain trade suitors for Damian Lillard.
Bobby, thank you. We're about 40 seconds away from the pick being in here.
Dave, actually, I heard about this. Yes, Tobias supposedly is asking for a crazy amount. I'm like, you can't ask much for Tobias, bro. Just trade him. Get out of that contract.
The same way we didn't talk about it, how they got off Jordan Poole's contract.
Hey,
Warriors.
can you? When I saw Bobby was on the message, and Justin messaged me too right after, and I'm like, wow, they really. I mean, it's a tax savings.
The commissioner's coming.
Here we go.
When you're talking about, okay, do you put Scoot next to Damian Lillard? It seems like at this point that is what you would go ahead and do. But let's check and make sure. Once again, here's Adam Silver.
With the third pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Scoot Henderson from Marietta, Georgia,
There it is.
and the NBA.
Is that Mike Epps?
Scoot on over, Dane. There's a new kid in town.
Damn, yeah, it does look like him, doesn't it?
It looks like Mike Epps, right?
So there it is officially.
Yep.
Scoot Henderson, guard, taken to the Portland Trailblazers. Now the Dame Lillard watch begins. You know,
Scoot Henderson, bro. Bro, that guy looks like a man-child.
As it's going now, let's talk very quick. Chris Paul going to the Warriors. Okay, we thought, he went to the Wizards and he got traded to the Warriors. Now they're not looking to offload him. There was some talk about that.
No,
It's like they're
he's gonna back up.
him, Klay Thompson, unless they move Klay Thompson. Him, Klay Thompson with Steph Curry. Alex, will start with you, Clutch, and then Justin. Alex, like the move, hate the move.
I love the move because obviously they did it for monetary reasons because Chris Paul's contract is up next year. It's not guaranteed. It's not fully guaranteed. He has a 2-year deal still, but it's not fully guaranteed. So they can get about the move. We're able to move Jordan Poole, which he regressed. And honestly, I still see Paul backing up Curry, which is a great backup to have at this age. And they're going to play for a championship. The team's going to retool a little bit. Now you can freely negotiate with Draymond Green. You see what you do with Klay, but it's a veteran presence. So I love the move for the sake. Also, Chris Paul gets to go back home. He lives in LA. At least he's closer to home. And the way it happened with the Suns, obviously being traded, you knew Washington wasn't going to hold on to him. I figured that maybe the Heat will contact them, but obviously the Heat are in still mode until the Dame Lillard situation is figured out. So it's a good home for him. Good move for Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole's gonna bloom in the Wizards. They have their backcourt. If they keep Tyus Jones and Jordan Poole, they have a little nice, decent backcourt. They're a young team. They're gonna play. They're tanking really. So it's a win-win for both franchises, in my opinion.
Clutch.
I really don't like the fit. It's wonky. Talent is there between Chris Paul and Steph Curry, obviously, but the fit is just wonky to me. And I don't know how selfless Chris Paul is going to be being like, okay, I'm okay being a backup. It's time. He's always been a starter. He's always wanted to be a starter. So I don't know how that's going to work. I think the goal for Golden State wasn't really to acquire Chris Paul. It was more of getting rid of Jordan Poole's long contract, and they had to attach a first-round pick to it. So what's funny about it is the Wizards traded Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, and Chris Paul, and the only first-round pick they got is for Chris Paul. That's funny to me.
Yeah, because you're taking on Poole's contract. Yeah, they did get a lot of first-round pick swaps from the Suns and 6 second-rounders. So
those swaps come into play only if the catastrophic thing happens for the Suns, and it just blows up in their face, and then the Wizards got really good picks for a lot of years.
All right.
Scoot, man. Scoot. What a cool name. Scoot.
Scoot Henderson goes
Sterling
to
Scoot
players.
Henderson.
The Rockets, our friends Alfred and Alex, Rockets fans. Mike Brown as well. He's doing a podcast right now for the Rockets covering
I'll
the
take
draft.
Thompson. I'll take Thompson right now, man.
It's interesting, too, because Cam Whitmore apparently is ranked as the best prospect left, and there have been a lot of rumors tying those two together.
But isn't he suffering from some kind of injuries or something that might push him down? Is that
Ah,
what I'm hearing?
there's
I've
some
heard
health
he's falling
scares.
down the board, but I'm not sure what they're going to do. But if I'm the Rockets here, I would probably go Thompson. The Homer fan in me would go Taylor Hendricks, but he'll go a couple picks.
Yeah, I know, but they have to go Thompson. Thompson is by far the top.
Yeah, so far in the draft, we're not seeing many like surprises. We kind of expected every pick.
No.
So
Yeah,
No.
so far no real surprises.
In the teens, once it gets to 10,
no,
we'll see.
there's been no
Honestly,
trades, right?
I think Lively, no, not yet. I think Lively might shake up the draft, depending on where Lively goes, because that's the person that they're going to reach for, the Duke center. That's going to start shaking up, or if the French guy comes out, because everything else is pretty much falling into, and
All right, just
It's
waiting on
funny
the Rockets
because I'm
pick.
looking at the draft cast on the ESPN website, and the funny part was for the Hornets, there's the best available, obviously, and it was Brandon Miller, and then best fit, and the best fit was Derek Lively, which was funny because considering he's still like projected to go like 10 or something.
yeah. Just do the Hornets have another first round pick?
Let me
I don't
see
think
here. Yeah, they got the 27th pick.
Oh, they do.
27th pick? Okay.
Yes.
I wonder if they'll sell that or they'll trade up.
Bobby, while you do that, my take on the Chris Paul thing,
Yes,
I
sir.
think Hutch is a point. It is a very weird fit. Chris Paul's always been a slower pace guy versus the Warriors' typical rate of play is much faster than every other team. And given Chris Paul's age, this is probably his last run at a title, so he's going to come off the bench and he's going to just be the adult to run the game. Colin Cowherd said earlier today, which I agree with. You have not Jordan Poole running the offense when Steph sits down. You have Chris Paul running the offense. You still got a very high IQ. He doesn't have all the athleticism left. So the fit will be interesting, but I have all faith in Steve Kerr to figure this out more than anybody.
Oh, absolutely, and I like it. I think it's a good move from Golden State, and I think it's a good move for, even though Chris Paul had no real decision in it, it's a good move for him. It gives him his best chance at possibly winning a championship.
That's cool. Oh, it's
team.
gonna
We've
be
got one on the
Thompson.
phone here. We've got one on the
Amen.
phone here.
Yeah. It's funny because I always wonder, since they're twins, it'll be funny if they just swap and they could just show up to each other's press conferences or go to like the other team. It's like, how do you prove that one is a man and the other one is how do you say the other one's name? Alsar?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. Oh, sorry, I
Sorry.
think.
4 workouts a day. I think of Ben Thompson with that just let me hoop and learn and play mentality. I think he'd be a great fit in Houston.
It's gonna be interesting to see what Detroit does. Now they get to pick between what's the point guard's name?
Wallace from Kentucky.
No, that's too early. Dang. How do I lose the name already?
Hood?
Other than yourself.
No, that's way too early, Alex. I'm thinking way earlier.
Well, I don't want to to get it back here, but the one guy that I think is available.
Maybe he's not even a point guard and I'm being stupid.
I could.
So-
I mean, they could go Anthony Black or the other Thompson. Like Thompson could go back to back, honestly,
There you
because
go.
they already
Here it is.
got Cunningham. They're not gonna go for another point guard.
With the 4th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Amen Thompson,
There you go.
Oakland, California.
There you
The
go.
Spider-Man meme is. I know the Spider-Man meme is gonna come
Yeah.
out when they. That's a good pick, man. You guys, hey, I like what Houston is doing. I like what Houston is
We
doing.
got a good, yeah. And they're looking. They've talked about trading up. So let's see what they do there. Just very quick, another.
Proposed trade Denver. Oh, that's the 29th pick. Yeah, I got. Sorry, I'm just.
I don't know if y'all heard the music just now.
What music?
Oh, you missed it.
Joyce Walker, clutch.
You hear anything?
No, we hear nothing. Interesting. But I want to say right now, another trade rumor that was being thrown out there was Toronto trying to trade Siakam, Pascal Siakam. But Chris Hines reported 2 hours ago that the growing sentiment for Siakam, who's on the expiring deal, would not re-sign with any team who attempts to trade for him, as his preference is to remain with Toronto. So that's interesting.
That kind of takes another option off the board for what would have been Portland.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's controlling his narrative because he's basically handicapped Toronto. Because if you're gonna give a minimal assets if you can't sign to an extension. What's the deal with Kuzma? Kuzma could be a sign and trade. I don't think he's gonna get an extension from the Wizards, so he could be a sign and trade candidate.
I wonder how many people are gonna cry on Twitter if it doesn't go their way.
Oh, Jarris Walker. That's true. Dave Stater. Jarris Walker. That's a good get for Detroit also. That's a good get for sure.
Well, the
It's
music
crazy.
wasn't playing, but I was trying to blast "Hold Me Now" by the Thompson Twins.
Oh, man, if Orlando could get the other Thompson twin, that's a scary. They're gonna move some guards. They're gonna move Anthony or Suggs. I
Well,
would
yeah.
go for the
Or
Thompson
Fultz.
kids.
Well, the Pistons are in the clock now,
Yeah,
right?
Fultz too.
Detroit's on the clock right now.
Detroit is on the clock. Yes.
Yeah,
And remember, Anthony Black is the rumored pick if he's there for the Magic.
yeah. For the Magic,
Yes, the rumored
Okay.
pick. Yes.
the rumor pick. Okay. Man, Whitmore doesn't slip past
You see,
Indiana.
I was right about. I said that I was confusing him for a point guard. I was thinking about Whitmore the entire time he's a forward.
Oh, okay. Because Detroit has Cunningham, so they're not gonna go with a point guard.
Yeah,
but I want to see if they
Whitmore
go with
makes
a Thompson
sense
kid or Walker.
because I mean Thompson is also a guard, but
Yeah,
I don't know, with-
It's gonna be Whitmore, but I don't know.
With the way that he's built and the way that he plays, he kind of reminds me of a possible Stanley Johnson type pick. And Detroit did make that pick years ago, remember?
Mhm.
God, I remember as a Heat fan, I wanted Stanley Johnson.
But he was just nothing more than a defensive stopper and average at best. He could
Yeah.
not score for the life of him.
On the other hand, we got Justice Winslow, and that didn't work out much better.
Right.
Yeah,
He was
I know.
basically the
I
same
know.
type of player.
And still, man, just as that draft was supposed to go to New York, and for sure, 100%, I've never confirmed this, but I can say the Heat were gonna pick Booker. That was gonna be the pick. But we will never know. We will never know. Can't win more. Damn, I don't see Cam Whitmore falling. Now, if Cam Whitmore falls to Utah,
Okay.
I wonder if there's a possibility to get Laurie. I want to get Mark in it, but I know it's not just going to be obviously Danny Ainge. But Colin Sexton is going to be probably on the move. Laurie might be on the move for a decent price. Let's see what we go. Let's see what we go with here.
Well, the pick is in for Detroit.
Yes, it is.
It is? All right.
Yeah.
I will go. Oh, it's going to be Thompson. Yeah, camera's on him. I will go with him. I think he's perfect for
And
them.
did he pick up the phone?
He hasn't
Huh?
picked up the phone, but he got that twin telepathy.
He got that
thing,
smile.
yeah.
He got that smile. I'm telling you. That is awesome, bro. Back to back. Imagine that, man. You grow up, your whole
That happened with
childhood
the
dreams
Morris
of the
place,
NBA.
didn't it?
Agent on the phone. It looks like a couple people behind him.
The Morris twins went back to back, or no?
I think they
got picked
did,
the same
didn't they?
draft. I didn't know. I know they signed the contract the same time with Phoenix.
I feel like they went back to back. I gotta confirm.
Overtime elite headquarters there. Just a phenomenal story. Both these guys as they celebrate this moment as twins.
I wonder what's gonna be the first reach of the draft, which you know is coming.
Lively. I'm gonna go with Lively.
Yeah, I'm a little iffy on Lively, man.
Lively sounds about right.
The Detroit Pistons.
What are your guys? Dave was asking, how high on Whitmore are you guys? Start
Oh,
with
Whitmore?
Yeah.
Man, I don't think he falls. I don't think he falls past Utah at 9.
I could see him falling to 10, but I think he's going to go in the next 2 or 3 picks.
I'm gonna be honest. The turnaround between the finals and the draft is so short that I only did my homework for prospect going 10 to 20. So like my knowledge on the first few picks, other than Wembanyama and the top 3, basically,
It's
it's kind of like shaded.
Trust me, man. I just started watching last week.
The 2023 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons Pistons select
He said
Asar
Pistons.
Thompson.
The Detroit
The
Pistons.
Detroit
Back-to-back,
Pistons
bro.
The
select
Pistons. The Pistons.
The
Back to
Pictons.
back.
back to
That's
back.
This is crazy. For the first time, now you're gonna live apart. That's one thing that people don't realize in this draft. Like they've lived together their whole life. They play for the same team. That is so cool, man.
That's awesome.
So we got the Magic coming up here. Orlando. They had the number 1 pick last year. They got Paolo.
Mhm.
You know, they a very good young squad, man. Black. Oh,
Now I hear
There you go, Thompson.
Now we can play it. Congratulations to the Thompson twins on going back-to-back 4 and 5 in the NBA draft.
so we have some free karaoke going on. So the Magic, you know, again, what's it? Franz Wagner might be
Franz
traded.
Wagner.
Is it? He might be moved. I saw that, but overall, they got a good young squad. You know, of course, again, the rumor is that it's going to
That's
be.
a move that would shock me if they traded Franz Wagner.
I would be very surprised if they
He's
did
a
that. I
very
did
good
see
young
his name,
player.
but yeah, you know, again, big that plays like a guard, a good wing player. I wouldn't like to see him be moved. I think he's a good player for them. But Anthony Black is rumored to be the pick. We'll see if it actually turns out to be that way. Yeah,
Man,
I haven't seen anything. I'm not, you know, what I've heard before.
I know Charlotte. I know Charlotte's supposed to say the consensus Brandon Miller. I think they're gonna regret not going with Scoot, man. In a year or two, they're gonna regret it.
Historically, the Hornets have never picked well at number 2. Remember
Never.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist?
Yes. And that man has the ugliest jump shot I've ever seen in my life. It hurts, bro. It hurts. It hurts to see him shoot.
It's crazy to think, and I don't want to rag on him, but I guess I'm going to. But like Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, you know, but can't scout a player. Like I just don't understand.
Look, the comparison is Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is arguably one of the best hitters. He was a hitting coach for the Marlins for 1 year. He just couldn't connect with the players because they're so talented that what they're trying to teach is how they see it and what they know. But they forget that no one else sees the game that way. That's one thing that's very difficult because then it takes trouble for you to analyze your talent, for you to scout, for you to coach. So that's why some of these great players make horrible coaches. Usually the best coaches and the best talent evaluators are one of the worst players, except Jerry West, Larry Bird.
No, it's true. No, but you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Even early on, I mean, wasn't it Michael that decided on Kwame Brown?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that time, I do got to give it to him. Kwame Brown was going to be the consensus number 1 pick, but you still went and picked him. And then he came out of retirement and played with him. So it's
and then he broke him.
That's it, man. Kwame Brown's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. He does spit some truth, but it's just funny to see him like his rants while he's driving. I'm like, bro, focus on driving.
And this will also be interesting if they go for maybe some hometown crowd. If they pick Taylor Hendricks here, the local Orlando UCF product.
Oh, I mean
that will sell tickets, and that's something the Magic have not done well for many, many, many years.
I still think it's way too early. I mean, it could be a reach, obviously, but
it could be the first
reach. Still a tad too early.
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Taylor Hendricks, UCF.
Oh, Hendricks, yeah.
He's a basketball player. Sounds like a country
to Orlando?
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting get.
Or if he falls, Orlando can take him to 11.
I don't know if he'll get past Dallas. I've heard they're rumored to get him.
Yeah, for him, I've seen Utah and Dallas most.
So, again, Anthony Black rumored to the Magic. Amon just got taken by Houston. That was one of those rumors there. The Spurs rumored to be trying to trade up into the lottery to get Balil Coulibaly from
Here
France.
it is.
That's what I really want, man. That's what I really want.
With the sixth pick,
The dream pick for Alex.
2023
Wish-
NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Anthony Black
There you go.
Okay, all
There
right.
you go.
of Arkansas.
That means some guards are being moved, man.
Hey,
Some
that's
guards
called
are being
homework,
moved.
baby. That's what happens when homework pays off. No, I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
Cole
Now we
Anthony's
see
gone.
if they keep their point guards or trade them tonight, tomorrow, whenever that is.
Yeah.
Because they've got 3 subpar guards.
You
Yeah,
definitely
that
you
guard,
you
that guard
probably keep
position's
subs.
pretty flooded now.
Cole Anthony's probably on the move for sure because he's a restricted free agent, right?
Cole Anthony, and Jalen Suggs are both rumored to be moved now. If Anthony
Moving now? Okay.
yeah.
One
those
of
are
my
the guys.
worst
Both of
takes
them.
was thinking that Jalen Suggs is one of the best picks that Orlando had made in years, and he hasn't
Yeah.
done anything.
Nothing.
I remember I thought he was going to go to Toronto, and I thought he was going to be amazing there. And I don't
And then
know.
they surprised everybody and took the Rookie
Yeah.
of the Year, Scotty Barnes, in front of him.
Hey, bro, what a fall! What a fall back from Scotty Barnes. He really had one of those sophomore slumps where he just took a step back. Like I didn't see his game develop. I didn't see any improvement, even in his shooting or anything, from his rookie year. I hope with playing time. I don't know if he was injured, but I hope they correct that because Toronto's in the middle of a pack type team where they might be a little delusional of who they are, but you know what? If I'm Toronto, I let Van Vliet walk, or try to sign and trade him or something.
He's already going to be a free agent. He opted out.
He opted out. Okay,
Mhm.
so you can still assist in a sign and trade, but if not, I'm not gonna pay him $30 million a year. I'm not paying a 5'10" point guard $30 million a year with the way the NBA is going.
We
Man.
talked about this on Fast Break, and it was weird because Toronto seems to have this idea that they're very similar to Miami
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
what they did in terms of
Uh-huh.
the finals, that they're not far off from a finals run and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, you guys don't have Jimmy Butler, first of all.
yeah, that's number one. And the
Okay,
problem
so
is your fit.
One
is
of my
gone.
guys that is on the list for a potential that I would love that would intrigue me for Miami is off the board. I just saw that.
Oh man,
Mm.
no, they took the French guy.
So let's talk about the guys I have on my
Bastard.
personal preference. I'll talk about that
Bro.
as we wait for that pick. Okay.
God.
Okay. So here are my top players' preference for Miami. All right, and one of those guys are off the board. Alex is reacting because he's not dumb. So
God damn it.
Balil Calabali. I'm gonna spoil that, but he's going to Indiana.
Oh,
The
man.
Indiana
I really
Pacers-
wanted that kid, bro.
Yeah, he's off the board, so you can scratch
There's
him off the
no
list.
chance he was going to fall that far. I don't.
Yeah,
I know,
there was
I
no
know,
chance.
I
But I
know,
had him. I
I know.
put him on. You never know. You
I
never
know.
know. Life happens. Things happen. You don't know. So don't break dreams. Don't crush dreams. I mean, they crush dreams, so it don't matter. But
I hope-
Jet Howard is a guy I really like. It was actually Jerron Howard's son, which is pretty cool. But one of the best shooters in the draft. High basketball IQ, unselfish. Not a very good defender, Alex, but I like Jet Howard. He's a guy. I don't know how far he goes if he gets to 18. If Miami even has the pick.
Yeah, I know
What?
they've talked about. I'm really not. I'm not that high on him. I prefer the what is it, Prosper?
Yes, from Marquette,
Over-
Oliver
yeah.
Maxis Prince from Marquette. I
Prince?
like him a lot. Prosper, I mean.
Isn't
my
it
bad.
Prosper?
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
was
you put
correction.
Prince.
Mm.
That's,
Whatever.
that's awesome. We
The
can
Prince
change
and
it.
the
That's fine.
Prosper.
How about
Hey, Bob, I gotta give you credit for this. I think he might fall to the second round, but I mean maybe not the second round, but like a
Who?
late first round.
Prosper?
The center. No, Najee.
Oh, yeah, from Nigeria.
Oh,
James
man,
yes,
I've been
yes,
watching film
yes,
on him.
yes.
Woo!
But Prosper, to me, he screams Miami Heat. Again.
Dude, is Wimore gonna go to Washington? I think Wimore might be a Washington pick.
Because Washington
Jarvis
can afford
Walker.
to be they can afford to be patient on any
Oh,
injury
yeah.
situations or
Mhm.
anything because
Yeah, man.
they've admitted the rebuild already.
Seventh
And
pick,
Washington's still gonna take money now. They're gonna start taking contracts.
NBA draft. The Indiana Pacers select Bilal Coulibaly from Cote d'Ivoire, France.
Bro, this kid with Tyler oh my God, Haberston. And what's
Yeah.
the kid's name? The point guard? Tyrese Halliburton.
Mhm.
Oh my God, man. They might trade. I think this is the year that Indiana trades Buddy Hield finally and Miles Turner.
They say that every year, and they're still Pacers.
That was like Beal with the Wizards.
I just,
So,
I
could this
just
be the
hope my
year?
dream. I hope my dream stays alive for at least a little bit more before they break my heart. Case and
point guard?
Wallace.
He's gonna be gone, man. He's gonna be gone.
Like obviously, like it's a 0% chance it would happen. But if I was a GM of Miami, I would consider trading up for Case and Wallace. That's how much I like.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
He's on the
And
list.
this kid is pretty big, 6'8".
Yeah. He had a growth spurt, man. He was like 5. They were talking about the other day. He was like 5'10" or something, like a year ago or 2 years ago. He wasn't even starting when the year started with Wembayama. And at the end, he was like the second best player on the team.
Mm-hmm. Once again, Indiana and San Antonio are linked on draft night because, what was it, 12 years ago now, they traded for Kawhi
Oh,
Leonard.
there's a trade.
There's a trade. Alex, are you paying attention to your background there, your studios, your chats?
No, what happened?
Koulibaly's not going
Oh,
to the Pacers.
hold on.
I have my big screen on. That's
Oh, hold on. We got someone here.
we
I'm
have
gonna bring
someone
him in.
joining the show.
I'm gonna bring him in.
Freaking dying over here. Like a sauna in the back.
My bad.
Stager in the house.
It's because I'm white, isn't it?
No, leave it like that, Alex. Just leave it like that. So wait. So what was the trade? Do we know? I'm sorry.
Koulibaly's going to the Wizards.
Whoa!
Wizards?
There you go.
I
You
guess he
see?
just moved up one pick.
Wow. Okay.
Now that's
So they traded the 8th pick.
That's what it seems.
Hold on.
And let's focus on the Wizards for a second here. Let's look at this backcourt that they just formed with Tyus Jones and Jordan Poole. That's something that they could either build around because those guys are pretty young, or they could just have them as placeholders while they tank for the next decade.
Okay, so Indiana's doing the swap with the
Yep.
Wizards. Okay, and they're getting
There you go.
also sends 2 second-round picks to the Pacers. Okay, there you go. Hey, that's when you acquire capital. That's what you do, man.
Dang.
Interesting. Dame to Miami is trending.
It says Woj just put out a tweet that says the Pacers are supposedly targeting Jarace Walker. That's the guy that they're apparently wanting, but they knew that the Wizards wanted
Of course.
Bilal. So
Jarris Walker, yep.
The old let me hook him and get another second-round pick. I'll pick your guy and I'll trade
good
him.
GMing right there.
Yeah.
I know Mike Brown is doing his own podcast, but this is his boy from Houston here, Jarris Walker, going.
Yeah.
Now, that's the thing about the NBA draft, like I said. Doesn't Koulibaly now look stupid wearing a Pacers hat?
Exactly, man. Hey, like, why do you do that, dude?
What was
Also, how do you feel
exciting
about going to
was
Indiana? I'm very excited.
in the
to go to
NFL
Indiana.
draft, Houston traded up 9 picks, and they selected a number 3. And that just threw everybody off. They didn't have Arizona pick for them.
Have you seen how funny when Adrian Wojnarowski talks? Like, he always bounces when he's gonna say something. If you look at him say something, he's like, and today, the Miami Heat are going to. It's like he's always bouncing when he's gonna like make a point. That's a nice suit, man. That's a nice suit.
So, Woj, it's been a big week overall for watching.
That's so weird.
All right, so they're saying the best player on the board right now is Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
Man, I don't see Whitmore going past Utah or Dallas even. That's
Now, apparently Utah likes that Hood Schifino. They like him at 9, they at 10. He's being liked at 12 as well. Apparently there's rumors floating around that Hood Schifino might be a little bit of an early pick.
look, clutch.
So
What we're
Cam-
talking about the first reach.
Yeah. So Cam Whitmore is kind of having that Justice Winslow type ball.
Yep. Don't go for it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Somebody's gonna bite.
Don't do
Somebody's
it.
They
gonna
saw
pull-
Stanley
somebody's
Johnson.
gonna
They
pull
saw
Miami Heat.
Justice Winslow.
Jordan Poole, a 2030 first round pick, a 2027.
Yeah, that Jordan Poole stuff is gonna be like interesting because he can do what Kuzma did, just go over there and re-up his value.
Ball out.
And,
Yeah.
ball out.
Hey, and if his value goes up, Wizards might flip him in a year or two, or they could just keep him. They could just keep him.
I mean, you just had
Marlins are winning.
They just had Jarris they just had Jarris Walker added on. I mean, plus getting Poole back. I mean, it's not a bad haul for your first night in the draft.
No, it isn't. It
Yeah.
isn't.
With the 8th pick in the 2023 NBA
Yeah.
draft, the Washington Wizards select Jarris Walker.
Oh, by the way, can we go ahead and I want to yell at Waj because this dude, middle of the night, I ready to go to bed last night, and then at midnight, Waj bombs everywhere. Trade, I'm like, I spent all night waiting for trade news. I was about to go to bed, and this dude just tosses out news after news after news. I didn't see nothing from Shams, so I'm kind of wondering now what's going on. Shams is getting all the draft feed early, and then Waj is releasing all the new. Like, is that them trying to get ahead of each other?
Yeah, and the problem is yesterday was the deadline for some of these players to opt into their contracts.
True.
So it was midnight deadline. So, and to me, it's so funny because one of the deadline things, like if the agent doesn't call the front office, they literally have to wait until like 11:59 and be at midnight. They're like, no, he didn't call. Okay, no, he's a free agent. All right, cool. Which actually is funny. That's the reason that he were able to sign Lamar Odom. Anthony Carter's agent made a mistake and
I
didn't
remember
file the
that.
paperwork in time, and he lost out on $2 million or something like that.
Okay.
And now he's an assistant coach with us.
Hear me out on this for Miami. There was a fellow last night who opted out of his $40 million option. What do you guys think if he went after Middleton?
No.
Who's
Middleton?
that?
Yeah, you
No,
know
he's-
Middleton?
Oh, Chris Middleton.
No.
Nah. Well, first of all, we can't even acquire him. We can't do any signing trades. We're not gonna do none of that.
If
But
he's a free agent, why couldn't you?
we don't have the cap space
Oh, I thought y'all
because
had more.
now with the new CBA, for example, we do a sign and trade. We can sign and trade for him this year, but we're gonna be hard capped at that
Yeah.
figure.
It would
So
kind
we
of have to
acquire-
be the last move you do because
Exactly.
you can't do anything after that.
And then you can't sign buyout. You can't sign a buyout player. He's gonna put you on the
Yeah,
second
I
apron.
didn't know that.
Yeah. The new CBA is tricky for that's why Phoenix. People are talking about Phoenix. Phoenix has to win because this is their roster for the next 4 years. They really can't do anything else. They could buy picks, but oh no, they can't because they're over the second apron. They can't even buy.
They can't
draft
buy picks. They can't do it.
That's
No.
insane, man.
They don't control their picks at all.
But all they have to do is if they're getting older and they're not competing, they just flip Devin Booker. Then they get
Just
their
start
picks
trading.
back.
Exactly.
Oh, interesting.
You know what one name to watch out for? Keontae George. I want to see where he ends up because he's a high shooting guard.
He'd be great for Miami.
Yes, I would love him. I love him in Miami.
Honestly,
No.
I have a very long list for who I want Miami to pick, and because a lot of people are just good.
Florida.
Now, I've seen Buddy Hield come up on a couple rumors here today from the Kings about possibly moving him, and I'm like,
Pacers.
really? You think the Pacers grab him?
No, he is on the Pacers.
Yeah, he's in the Pacers.
Buddy Hield.
Buddy-
Who am I thinking
yeah,
of that was on the
But
Kings?
no, you're thinking about the Kings. Harrison Barnes.
No, not the guard. Who was I thinking? Oh, he was on the Kings. He got traded to the Pacers.
Yeah,
I'm
he got
sorry.
traded.
Yes, the
And he
Pacers.
might have
out
been
there.
at Akers.
Sorry. Just got done doing bowling.
He's
Going
in for
for
Utah.
trying to get in the mode.
Hey, and I think the Hawks have to trade. I think the Hawks are going to trade Murray because Murray and
They have
Young.
to. They can't coincide.
It didn't make any sense when they made that move.
No, man. And they traded so much draft capital for him.
And
My
that's a
cousin
player that
is a
would make
diehard
sense for
Hawks
Miami
fan.
if
He
they
even
strike out
wants
on
Trey
everything
Young
else.
to be traded.
Wants Trey
That's-
Young to be traded?
Because think about it, he's not big enough to guard anybody, especially the star guards in this league. Yeah, he can score, but is he really going to help you get to the next level if you can't surround him with the best talent and you just invested all this in a running mate that he doesn't fit with?
Hey,
You might as well get something for him.
how bad do you think Conley in Minnesota is regretting trading all those picks for
Jazz
Rudy
are on
Gobert
the
last
clock
year?
in a night that started
Those
with
5 first-round picks, how valuable they are right now.
by the San Antonio Spurs.
Jesus.
Joining us live on set in just a little
That was horrible.
Yeah,
It's
I kind of
all
feel bad for Mike
continues.
Conley's career. He was supposed to go to Utah and help them win, and they didn't.
Mhm.
Then he gets flipped to Minnesota, just where careers go to die, it seems, and they're stuck with Rudy Gobert. His best hope now is to just go to a contender in a buyout.
Yeah, they have to trade Cat. They're gonna.
Thank
I
you.
think. Yeah, Cat's gonna be traded. I don't know if it's gonna be today, but I believe in the summer, Cat will be moved because that just doesn't fit. You build around Edwards. You already got Rudy Gobert, but you got to move. And it's crazy when you see those pictures of Victor Wembanyama and his family. Like they're all shorter than him. They look like a perfectly normal family, and it looks like Victor Wembanyama might be like 6'4", but then you realize he's 7'5". His dad is like 6'8". His mom is like 6'4", 6'5". It's like, holy shit, people are tall, man. Everybody's tall.
We have our first commercial break of the night here.
Yeah, at 8. This brings me back memories of Joker when he was selected during the Taco Bell commercial, and they keep bringing it back. It's so funny.
That was the second round.
That was, yeah, man. It was so. That's the part that it's kind of like the NFL draft when they just start announcing picks and it just scrolls and scrolls. Casey and Wallace, Grady Dick. That's awesome. Jalen Hood. We're at the 10th pick. Miami has a few players that we've targeted. Keontae George is there. Chris Murray. I don't know about Chris Murray. Nick Smith Jr. is still there.
I like Nick Smith.
I know, man.
He's good. He is good.
He was hurt last year, but I think he'll be a perfect
Recently,
fit.
this guy, Jamie Jacks, Jaquez or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, Bobby was telling me about him.
I like what I saw from him at UCLA.
He's been a popular riser in the draft so far.
Yeah,
I like him a lot. I do like him a lot.
Him and Tiger Campbell and Johnny Juzang, those guys were fun to watch.
Yeah,
it would kind of make sense for Miami because he's more of that ready on day one kind of player.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So, and that's what kind of Miami needs right now. Somebody to contribute if they don't get.
Especially if you're thinking about trading Duncan or losing Strus, you got somebody who comes in and takes up that spot right away. Shoot for three, pro ready. I like him a lot. He hustles.
Like Keegan Murray. Murray was a great fit for Sacramento because they're ready to win now, and he just does 3-pointers, but he can grow.
Let me just say this very quick. Indiana from Jake Fisher. Indiana is still listening to trade inquiries for the 7th pick, so I guess they might move. Oh no, they do that, right?
Yeah,
that's the one they moved. Okay, to the Wizards, and then let me put this here. Make sure. Got it. Okay. Well, today that would be nice.
What do y'all think Utah goes here?
They could go in any direction. They're in such a unique Danny Ainge-like situation where they can just draft anything. And the way that Danny built the Celtics was they were all positionless, long, lanky. They could all shoot. They could all pass, and they played together with cohesion.
Yeah,
I think
it could go anywhere from Whitmore to Hood-Schifino to Lively. It's really up in the air.
Well, the problem I don't think they're going to go forward
or Hendricks.
They got Kessler. They got Mark.
It's announced right now on ESPN.
Commissioner.
Utah Jazz are on the clock. The pick is
And they're trying to move Sexton, so they'll probably go guard.
In the 2023 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Taylor Hendricks.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh!
Okay.
UCF, nice.
player out of UCF to be drafted.
There goes your alma mater, man. There we go. Is this the highest pick in UCF history?
Highest pick in UCF history. Only other player that I remember getting drafted was Jermaine Taylor in 2009.
Holy shit, that's true.
In the past 5 to 7 years, UCF is now their been big in basketball and football for college.
Mm-hmm.
Like UCF had a couple undefeated seasons, and then now you look at the fact of where their talent is going in the NBA draft, you can see that these players these days are not picking these big schools anymore now that the playoffs are expanding, or the fact that these deals are for college players for their namesake and stuff like that are being held. So I really like that these colleges like UCF are getting the recognition.
And not to mention UCF is 9 days away from moving to the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting. So my dad just texted me Taylor Hendricks to the Mavs, but the Jazz just picked him. Is there a trade that we don't know about?
Yeah,
Oh.
Chams just said Dallas is trading Davis Bertans and Carson Wallace at number 10 to OKC.
Oh shit! There's your guy. There's your guy.
No.
Clutch.
Oh,
There's your
Clutch,
guy. Hey,
no!
whoa! Wallace is going to OKC.
Yeah, and
OKC
Davis
has
Bertans.
Giddy, and SGA. So there could be a move here with. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
it could be.
Ah,
100%
man.
one of the most-
OKC's acquiring Wallace. Wow.
Yep, and Davis Bertans too.
Oh, Bertans? They're taking
Yeah,
on the contract.
Bertans,
Oh,
yeah,
so they're gonna
sorry.
get picks. Yeah. Okay.
For transition 3.
Oh man.
Sorry, didn't mean to give away the pick, but they just announced it. That's why.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, Clutch, are you alive? Clutch?
What? I've been
He's
talking.
out.
What's
He
wrong with
ran
you?
out.
Yeah, he's
He left.
there.
I've
He
been
left.
here.
He dropped out. So okay.
That's annoying. I just
Oh,
want to be
sorry.
a little bit
I'm
closer
sorry,
to
Clutch.
everything.
Dallas
Why-
just did this to get off the contract. For sure.
Why
Bertans,
just,
Bertans was just sitting on the bench.
Waj just put an update on the Wizards' move up to number 7. He said Washington is sending Indiana 2028 second round pick via Phoenix and their own 28 second round pick as well, part of the deal for number 7 from number 8.
Man, that's
go.
funny when they say Taco Fall. Why couldn't Taco Fall never get a sponsor like a sponsorship deal with Taco Bell?
I don't know.
That would have been
I was always
perfect.
wondering
Man.
that.
Who was his agent? Like
The same reason I want Duncan Robinson to get a deal with
Duncan.
Donuts.
Yes, bro. America, the Heat run on Duncan. I think they did it 1 year.
Taco Fall, unfortunately, was not drafted. He went undrafted and signed with Boston and then
Yeah.
bounced around. Now he's in China.
Okay, so Dallas is getting the 12th pick.
Yeah.
In return.
Yeah, they
Okay.
basically did that to get out of this guy's contract
Yeah.
because this guy had like 3 more years at like $18 million a year or something.
Bertans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him like
Remember-
that Duncan Robinson type contract.
We were talking about Bertans, and I told you Bertans looks like his head was photoshopped into his body. Like he has the shortest like shoulder. And like if you look at a picture of David Bertans, he looks like a little kid with like an adult head.
So the interesting thing is, so Cam Whitmore fell out of the top 10.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
and watch him end up with Dallas.
You know, something I would love to bring to the Jazz.
Twin brother
Wow.
Tyler, Mom Danielle, Taylor, congratulations.
I really wish these
Well,
streams
the
would
Magic
stay
are on the
up.
board. Orlando's back on the board
Now the Dallas Mavericks are on the
Yeah.
right after this pick.
Yep.
on the move. Let's check in with our senior NBA insider Adrian.
I mean, the rumored name for Orlando has always been Grady Dick, right?
Yeah.
Oklahoma City here.
Make your joke, Alex.
10. Thomas Bertans contract and the number 10 pick for Oklahoma City's pick at 12. $22 million left guaranteed on Bertans' contract. They
Goddamn.
package that to create some salary.
So you
cap.
think OKC moves off one of their backcourts?
They do so.
They acquired a point guard. They got
Yeah.
SGA. They got Giddy. So
Mhm.
there's gonna be a move there.
Or it could
Because-
be something like how the Kings did when they got what's his name, Mitchell,
Yeah.
and they
Uh-huh.
said, "Oh, what are they going to do with De'Aaron Fox?" And they just ended up playing together.
Yeah, him. But remember, they drafted Mitchell, and I think they had Halliburton. Or Halliburton was. That's the reason
Oh, that's
Halliburton
right.
was
Yeah,
drafted.
that's right.
And then they traded Halliburton.
Yeah,
And
it
they
was
kept
Halliburton,
Fox. Yeah.
Fox, and Davion Mitchell.
I mean, SGA could be used to acquire another star player for OKC, and there's a market for SGA. Like
Oh,
he's gonna get you compensation, and you got Giddy. That's why I want to see what they do with the follow up.
People
That might be a
were
summer
calling
trade.
about SGA at the deadline last year, and then OKC shut him down. People were wanting him.
But OKC man has so many picks. Has Chet Holmgren coming this year? They have
But
a nice little squad.
Just in defense of those Seattle fans, I also hope they never win a championship. They were shafted.
They never should have left Seattle. They never should have left Seattle.
Okay, so Washington Wizards Hall for Bradley Beal so far, for Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis, is Jordan Poole, Tyus Jones, Landry Shamet, 8 second-round picks, 4 first-round swaps, 1 protected first, and Jordan Poole and Johnny Davis. So
move.
Just saying, it's not a bad haul.
Wizards are trading to the Pacers.
No.
The draft rights to Jarris Walker, the 8th pick.
You see, this is just pointless. Like, why do you have the announcer come and announce a trade? Like the commissioner.
2023 NBA draft.
Yep, there it is.
Dallas Mavericks select Cason Wallace from the University of Kentucky.
And then the trade
It's
will
hard.
be announced afterwards.
So why don't they just announce the trade right now? I don't understand.
know.
It's pointless, man. Pointless.
Maybe Adam Silver didn't get the updated card, so he had to read what he had.
Oh, there's the Calipari image, the year-to-year Calipari image.
Yep.
Oh, look at is that Austin? Remember the center that had the heart condition? I just saw him in the background. Oh man.
You talking about the player who was at Florida who had the heart attack on the court?
No. Remember, he was gonna be he declared for the draft, and they found that he had a heart condition. In the pre-workouts, like in the
Oh, yeah. Isaiah Austin
Yes, him.
from Baylor.
From Baylor. There you
There's
go.
a name I haven't heard in a while.
That was Silver's
saw him
first
standing
year,
in the
and
back.
he said the NBA selects Isaiah Austin.
Yes, they
that
made-
won brownie points for him in his first year.
That's him. I think right there.
Yeah.
He's
No,
so
it'll
good.
be cool.
Wallace is
It'll
so
be cool
good.
if the NBA draft is like the NFL draft and they move it around every year. Because it's been in Brooklyn the past. Was it in a different city that last year, or was it always been in the for the last year's been in the Barclays Center?
It's pretty much always been in New York in some capacity, just like the
Yes,
NFL
the
draft
NBA
was.
office.
And they got with modern times, and now they do it everywhere.
That would be cool, man. That would be cool.
And they do it outdoors now, which is really cool to me.
Wow, God.
We have another trade.
I nope, it's a pick. It came in, but I'm not going to announce it yet.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is begins with an R.
It's Grady Dick, isn't it?
I said R. Where do you get GD?
Well, I thought you said hard, and I thought
No. God.
That's awesome.
So
man,
Orlando,
Or clear up your speakers.
man. All right.
I'm telling you, I cannot wait until they start talking about his dribble penetration,
guy off
and
my
you just
list.
heard penetration, and then you hear dick on the same sentence.
No,
That's gonna be
Unfortunately,
classic.
that's not going to be the case here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard he's more of a shooter.
I was really looking forward to Suck's dick.
He's spraying the shots. He has a couple of bricks every now and then, though.
Yeah, he shoots some bricks.
So
And
the pick
I'm
is
a
in
good
for the
fan.
Magic.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
I didn't expect this at all.
it's interesting.
Yeah, Bobby, just say it's bad. That's it.
Well, I'm gonna take by your face. I'm gonna take it's another semi-reach because someone just reached right now at 10. So somebody's
It's-
probably reaching also.
It's a reach in it, but it's still enough for me to say, damn, because I liked him for Miami.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
But not at 11.
It's not Jax. Yeah, it's not Jax for sure because there's no way Jax is at 11. So,
Let me go down my list.
do you have the list?
I have a list of who I wanted. So
Yeah, do you have the list?
I'm just proud of him. Like, I can't even stop smiling right now.
Okay, he's off the board. He's off. Okay, the number one is not Prosper.
No, it's not Prosper.
No.
it's not Jet Howard. I don't
Jet
think.
Howard. It could be. It could be Jet Howard.
And
Because there's nobody else. There's nobody else that high that the Magic will go for.
All right. If it's Jet Howard, then it's a massive reach.
If it is true, I concur with you. I concur. But I mean, the Magic could do that. The Magic could.
they have the team to do that. They could go. They're not. To them, they're like, we're just building out our roster. And Jet Howard again, 6'8", 215.
He
I
fits.
love
He
what I
fits
saw.
them. He fits
Not a
the
very
mold.
good defender, but one of the better shooters in this draft offensively.
Signed my team, and I need a drink after that pick.
Man, they put a trade up on the screen on ESPN, and I thought it was a current trade, but they were just
Oh, yeah, I just
Nikola
saw
The
Vucevic
Bulls
trade.
and the
I was
Magic.
like, Vucevic got traded again?
No, yeah.
Here's
Now I
the
see
thing.
it. No, it's
The Magic.
Bro, that's insane. If the Bulls strip everything and the only person that stays is Vucevic, and he
Bro, it
resigns,
was.
it's like whoa.
Listen.
okay. Here's the Magic.
With the 11th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Jet Howard.
Holy shit, they're loaded. Okay.
That's a reach.
So another guard going to.
Is that Jawan?
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
his
be
dad,
a meme.
dude.
It's
Jawan.
gonna be a meme.
Alex-
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
He's a Heat lifer too.
Jet Howard. Is that Jawan Howard? Get out of the way. Let me see Jawan.
Jet is following in his footsteps. From
On the
Orlando.
ESPN rankings I'm watching, he was ranked 19, and he's going 11.
That's a reach, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and people don't know this, but because of Juwan Howard's contract with the Heat, that's the reason Andy Elisburg became the GM. Miami signed Juwan Howard and Alonzo Mourning to $100 million contracts back in '96. The NBA declared it was illegal because they submitted Juwan Howard's paperwork before Alonzo Mourning. So we signed Juwan Howard. We had a press conference, and we had to release him from his contract. The contract was voided. And then he went back to the Bullets and re-signed with the Bullets. So because of him, Andy Elisburg is the GM of the Heat. Because Pat fired the other GM on this spot.
Hey, man, and then Juwan Howard ended up winning a championship with us anyway.
Yes,
so.
exactly. He can, and coaching with us.
Riding the bench.
And now he's from Michigan.
Mhm.
That is crazy, man. That's a nice suit too, man.
Safe
Hey,
to
these
say
kids
the
are
Magic have
nice.
been jet lagged in the scouting department. I'm full of them tonight, people.
See that?
Jet Howard.
Kevin O'Connor, one of the NBA guys,
Reporters?
like the host, just said that dumping Davis Bertans gives them a lot more cap flexibility. A name that's being attached to them right now that Mark Cuban has been asked, Draymond Green.
Wow.
Imagine if
The
Draymond
Mavericks?
goes to Dallas.
That could
I
be
mean,
the defense they
that's-
really desperately need.
Yes. Yes.
That's just been floated by Kevin O'Connor. So
I'm still taken aback how far Whitmore's falling right now.
yeah, just listen.
They were right. He was going to fall.
I'm just gonna shut up and then let Philly trade him in the late first and get him.
He-
That's what I want.
He might fall. Okay, New Orleans could take him. Toronto will probably take him.
We're gonna do the Justice Winslow again. We're gonna take
Oh my
Cam
God. No, but
Whitmore.
that's too much of a fall, man. I don't
But
think he
don't
makes it to
manifest that.
18.
No.
At some point between 12 and 15, somebody's gonna trade up if nobody wants him.
What is but this is because of his injury concern. What was the injury? What are they talking about? What was the injury concern?
I have no idea.
Hold on. Do it now.
Bobby, Josh has a question in the chat. Your thoughts on my Orlando Magic's picks?
I like him. I do.
Good picks, man. Solid.
Again, I understand, like, Clutch is saying, and it's true. I mean, it's Jet Howard, who I liked a lot for 18 for Miami, was a reach at 11. But again, like Alex says, for the Magic, who have a good young team, you could make that pick. And of course they may trade Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony now because of their picks. But I like what the Magic has done, and I think they're one of the better young teams in the NBA, especially in an East that's going to be. The East is always for the get. I like it.
I feel like Cam Whitmore would be perfect with OKC.
I don't get what Cam Whitmore was a good shooter. What's the
No, this
concern?
isn't
I don't
OKC.
know why-
This is for Dallas. This is
Well, that's
Dallas.
right. Yeah, Dallas. Well, either way, for Dallas, they would be actually needing it right now. The thumb is Whitmore's issue.
Oh,
What just happened?
huge. Well, this
Look,
okay.
Bobby, don't you do that?
Trade or draft pick?
Damn,
Draft
Bobby.
pick. It's a draft pick.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, no, I mean they're already traded.
Alex brought up a name earlier that said this will set everything in motion. This will change everything.
Whoa.
Big reach. Who's that player, Alex? Who'd you bring up earlier?
Hold on. Lively.
There you
Dude.
go.
If he's going to Dallas,
You going
Yep.
to Dallas?
shit.
Wow.
That is a nice get for them, bro.
I mean,
That
they
is
need
a
a
nice-
big.
Now, imagine
They
if
tried
they
to go with Christian
signed
Wood and couldn't do so.
Draymond. Imagine if they signed Draymond and then pair him
That's
with that.
you got him right there. Perfect. That's a nice squad.
And then they trade for DeAndre Ayton, possibly.
And then they re-sign. Do you think they re-sign Kyrie? Do you think he stays in Dallas?
I think he goes. I think he leaves. That's just me.
Where do you think he goes, Stager?
I mean,
Philadelphia?
I'm going to say it. I think it's going to be LA. I think
Lakers?
Lakers? Yeah.
I just think LeBron sees his only title he won in Cleveland was with who? Kyrie, his right-hand man. I just feel they're too good a fit, even though people wanted to paint turmoil on the picture. Rumors were they got along well behind the curtain together in practice, games, off the court. It's just the fact that, I don't know, I think Kyrie started becoming the philosophizer, and I think that's where he needs to dial back and go back to LA. But I think that's going to have to replace someone like getting rid of D'Angelo Russell and open up another spot, because Russell was just a waste of a trade. So I think Kyrie could go to LA. I didn't see any other teams really attached to him besides LA.
That'd be interesting because then he would have replaced D'Angelo Russell in 2 different spots.
Yep.
Dude, honestly, I'm intrigued. I don't think he falls. I don't think he falls to 18, but I would take Whitmore. And if he's not there, maybe the Heat trade back and get another.
Oh, that's
pick
what
or something.
I was just going to ask that,
Yeah.
Alex. Guys, let me go ahead and start with Clutch, and then Alex, and then Justin. Stager.
Yeah.
But Clutch first, man. Would you be against Miami trading down?
Not really, because I think this part of the draft is like 10 through 25 is pretty deep, so you can afford to trade down into the mid to early 20s.
Is there a player currently still on the board that if he's there 18, you would not like a trade down?
Shafino,
Who's that?
Jalen Hood,
Hood Shafino, the point guard.
Okay. Alex?
Man, I just don't know how he's still Whitmore. If Whitmore's there, I'm taking him. If Whitmore's there, I not. I think about George.
You
but I
jinxed him.
might
You
be
said
able-
you brought up Justice Winslow.
I know. I
You
said
jinxed
don't
it.
take him, but I'm like, hey, bro, this kid, he's a 35% 3-point shooter. He has a 40-something inch vertical leap. Like, there has to be something. Like, I don't know why he's falling.
Injuries. I told you. I saw something earlier. He may fall. It's on here because of injuries. I saw teams were marking him down.
It was
But
his
does he have
son we
like
had a problem with last year. Maybe he didn't get cleared.
Okay.
That's my only thing is he could still be drafted, but to
Yeah.
clear him, that's a whole nother step. So if you're
Yeah.
not going to clear him till a certain time frame, that's what could make teams that want to win now or make those moves to not pick him.
And I'm surprised. Look, Toronto might pick him, or someone could trade into their spot because Whitmore was a secure top 10 pick. That's insane. I don't think New Orleans picks him. New Orleans might go guard. They might go point guard. Toronto probably goes point guard too if they don't go.
I wonder where Grady Dick is going to go now.
He's going to go to some team that's already built and they just need a 3-and-D shooter.
Oh man,
That's a good point.
that's a great joke, man. That's a great joke. Great.
I'm glad
I
somebody
just thought it, now that I heard it.
That was awesome, bro. Oh man, I'm just telling you, there's so much marketing that can be done here.
Got a
With Dick.
comedian over here.
Oh man,
Dude, Grady Dick, when he gets his contract, the first thing he should buy and make a commercial and buy it is a damn rooster for him. Come on. Tell me that isn't money right away.
God, I'm looking
Right,
at.
James, spat out the
some of these
first
suits are
pick.
so weird.
I see Grady Dick too, and it's worse than Tyler Heroes. And Tyler had a pretty like.
Bro,
interesting-
Grady Dick looks like one of those rock stars in the 90s, like, or in the 80s.
How do you
That
feel
was
about
nice.
Kobe Buffkin, guys?
I like him. Kobe.
I think he's gone before.
I think he's gone in the next couple picks.
Massive guard for 6'8", 250.
With the 12th pick in the
Dude, what is
2023
up with these guys and being tall and skinny? What happened to the big freaking thick centers?
Jared Lively II
from Duke University.
Lively was the second center, right? Off the board.
After Wemby, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 7'2".
I'm from
Yeah, dude.
Kansas.
Yeah,
That
he's
kid, I really like.
7-1 and 7-2. Yeah.
I really hope that he somehow do get the one that you told me name. Is it James Najee?
Najee, yeah, from Nigeria.
Najee. That kid is a stud. He's just
Yeah.
he's very raw, but he has all the athleticism that you want in a center, and he's massive. He's actually strong for his size. He's not a skinny. He's not a twig.
I think you
No,
just
I-
described Precious Achua.
Exactly, Precious Achua's, but like 4
He's
inches
bigger
taller.
than no. And the guy, first off, he's built like a truck. He plays
Yeah.
physical. 6'10", 6'11", 200, 30 pounds, whatever. Pure muscle. The dude is a monster truck.
I guess.
Now,
you
second
guys already know
round,
how I
second
feel. I
round.
want to go guard. So.
Does
No, I'm not
Toronto-
talking about 18. I'm not talking about 18. I'm talking about second round
Oh, okay.
potential.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
talking
you.
about like undrafted type. Don't get me wrong. Again, I think 18 would be high for him. I think if in a trade down scenario, that would be cool with. But no, this guy is. Me, Clutch. I've been saying it. We need some defense, a big defensive big. That guy would be perfect in second round undrafted type of guy. And there's a few of them later on. But yeah, I'm not talking about 18. I'm down for me right now. I mean, it's still going. You got Prosper still on the board. You got Jaquez from UCLA. Zamsky, I'm butchering his name from Santa Clara. He's still there. Good combo guard, 3-point shooter. He's another one I like.
The way the draft is going, Miami's going to get the pick out of a couple pretty
Yeah.
good guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Toronto has not. So all these other teams have had their picks in right away. Toronto is still on the clock. Hasn't put their pick in yet. Do you think that and there's no chatter from Shams or Waz? Do you think there's a trade here?
It could be.
I
They're
don't
going down to the wire.
I don't know if Pascal Siakam or anybody like that would be worth like this low. I feel like you would have to go top 10 pick for one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It might- I thought Whitmore was going to go here. Like as soon as I saw whoever
Cam just put on a new
everyone as well.
Hey, and don't be surprised if the Rockets really like Whitmore. So there's somebody that could trade back into this, move up and get Whitmore.
I think Twitter's breaking through the NBA draft because it says Sham put on a new tweet and there's nothing. Pretty sure that
Deleted it really quick.
It was the
Might have.
we'll see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's a trade coming because usually every team before this had pick in by like 3 minutes, and this time just keeps rolling. They might be looking to move out and just exploring what their best option is. Because Kane Whitmore, people are seeing this. Other GMs are seeing he's falling right now. So other
Yeah.
teams that are in the later spots, and he's not saying Heat, but 19, 20, all that could just jump up and
Yep. Cam Whitmore, Grady Dick's starting to fall a little bit. We'll see. Shit.
But I think after the draft, we are going to hear a lot of noise in the coming months about Damian Lillard and what they're going to do. If they're going to choose to go all in one last time or they're going to choose to trade him. One name that I've had a theory about, and that'd be very interesting, is what if they trade some assets, including Scoot, for Paul George? What would that do?
ooh,
And there was talks about George even with New York.
yeah.
I want to see it all comes down to compensation. But I mean, I highly doubt that. I mean, George plays perfect next to Dame, really.
They'd be perfect complements to each other. And plus, if you're
Yeah.
Steve Ballmer, you're getting your arena in 1 or 2 years, your own place. You got to start out with a new, fresh opening day star. And I think Scoot could be that guy in a big city like LA.
I
They
really
were
don't
joking.
want that to happen because Paul George is actually my second option if we don't get Dame.
Yes,
Pick
That's
is
correct.
finally in for
That's
Toronto, Dave.
Finally,
okay.
I'm waiting to see if there's a trade attached to it after the pick because there was a
Yeah, they took a long time. They went down almost to a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah,
They were probably on the phones. Nothing happened, and then just made the pick.
Okay, if it's not Paul George, what if they go after Kawhi? If LA does want to blow it up,
That's
Kawhi's a great player, but the injuries worry you.
if
They
he
were
can
saying-
ever play again, his injuries are just piling up.
So Van Vliet's gone. You need guard help bad.
Could be Shafino.
It could be Shafino, it could be Grady Dick, there could be
Hawkins.
both of them.
Jordan
Could be
Hawkins.
Nick Smith.
Would be Nick
Yeah.
Smith.
I don't know where
Nick
he's
Smith would be
projected.
an interesting fit here.
Buffkin,
They-
yeah, there's a bunch of them.
they definitely gonna go point guard.
Somebody to pair with Scotty Barnes for the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were joking that Kawhi is gonna sit out the opening in the arena when the arena opens up the first game. He's gonna sit out for like what
He's
is
still
it?
on the team.
Management, low management.
So is Shams using? But Shams is either on a bathroom break or something is going on. The 13th pick has still not been announced.
They shut down Shams.
They're about to announce live.
Elon.
Yeah, I'm starting it right now. Toronto selection.
Which is
There you go.
crazy that Shams gets paid by FanDuel, so his tweets move.
That's what I'm
the needle.
saying.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
insane.
Yeah, here
Okay.
comes
Oh wow, there it is.
There it is.
With the 13th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select
Grady Dick.
Toronto Dick.
Whoa!
Grade A dick.
Dick is going way
There
up
it is.
north.
Grade A.
There it is. Canadian Dick, folks, right there.
They just showed a close
Where's
up of his
Evan when you
face. He
need
looks
him?
like he's 12.
Look at what he's wearing. Look at what he's wearing.
It has to be his
That's
clothes.
good.
That looks like a Halloween costume.
Listen,
It looks
He
like a
said.
Halloween
He
costume.
said. He goes. I got it's my Dorothy suit because he's from Kansas. Because that's my Dorothy suit.
he looks like a Christmas ornament.
He looks like a teen star that was never able to age gracefully, and he fell in hard times. And they're doing an
From the
ancient
90s.
Hollywood story.
For what? New Kids on the Block?
New-
God damn.
Yeah, I could see New Kids. I could see the Backstreet Boys or something like
Bro,
that.
Oh
you
my
young
God.
folks down there.
He looks like the
Sorry I made the
comedian.
reference.
Oh, he looks like the comedian. Oh my God, what's his name?
It reminds me of like a new age Zach. Oh, the kid from Saved by the Bell. Zach.
Zach Morris.
Yes. He looks like a
We
really
are
off-brand Zach
officially
Morris.
4 picks from Miami. So,
Okay,
I'm down, Bobby.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm done.
He looks like a
More-
beefy-haired Sam Darnold.
I don't
Oh,
see- I
you
don't
don't
see
see
Atlanta.
Oh, now I can't
Ruined
unsee
it.
that. I cannot unsee that.
Oh man, that's true. That's
I
true.
just saw Ghost.
He looks like Sam Darnold's little brother.
No one got that, really.
No, I got that. That was good.
I said, Sam Darnold, I just saw Ghost, and the gentleman to my left got the awesome joke. You two just didn't even care. Of ESPN's
Look,
highlighting his last name.
Shams-
It's like, Brady Dick.
James just put out Toronto selecting Grady Dick at 13. He's like, yeah, that's a long time ago, bro. It's like,
Shams, got to keep it the time.
Come
Bro,
on,
yeah,
bro.
Shams hasn't even put out anything.
he probably was on
Can
a
you-
bathroom break.
Did Wojnarowski's or Shams phone ever run out of battery? Like, I don't think they ever run out of battery. Like, they have an endless. They're like their phone is solar powered. Like, anywhere they go, it's just night powered too. They just got energy. They have Wi-Fi
There's
chargers
Shams.
and shit.
Good God.
New
I feel
Orleans.
like
Who does
Waj
New Orleans
is-
go with?
I feel like Waj isn't going to announce all the picks, but he's going to wait to announce the trades to stick it to Shams. That's what I think he's going to do. Because the
So
last
this right here is the last pick of the lottery, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, the Heat we have Keontae George, Hood Schifano, Whitmore. We have a nice little selection to go with here.
I have
Bryce-
this strange feeling that the Lakers are going to piss me off and take somebody I really, really want
Oh, for sure.
right before us.
Well, don't forget Alex again. Sensabaugh. Remember we talked about him. Bryce
Yeah.
Sensabaugh. He's still
Still
on the
there.
board. Like him out of Ohio State. Prosper, Jaquez, Nick Smith still there.
I just don't want Jaquez because I feel like I told you, man. He looks to me like a more athletic version of Max Strus, and he's not that a consistent shooter. But I know he fits us, and you can slide right in. He's 22, but I still think they're gonna go younger, more athletic. But we'll see. We'll see who's there.
Like I said earlier, he just looks like he sells me weed.
I'm telling you, bro. He reminds me of Adam Morrison, but like a more athletic version of Adam Morrison.
Talk about Mr. Dirt
stop.
Stash.
And that was the first Charlotte. That was the first Charlotte. Was that a Michael Jordan pick or no?
Now
That was
I know
before.
why you don't like him.
Come here, give me a kiss.
And then
Now I
Did
know
you just
why
put
you
your
don't
phone
like
down?
him.
Yeah.
what a
Oh,
bust.
you have one. Close the door, Minchkin. Thank you. Okay, they're highlighting Zion Williamson right now. Does he get traded as part of this deal?
What? No, there's no way.
They're thinking about ESPN right now. Why else would they be talking about
There's
Williamson?
no way.
Because the Pelicans are on the clock.
I know, but why? But why else
I mean,
would you be talking about him if,
The pick was just Dick, right? Grady Dick.
listen,
Williamson has
his
made
name
some
highlighted.
stories this offseason.
Dick
So
pick what?
Shams, let me go ahead and let me say this, guys. Shams is reporting that the Mavericks are active in the trade marketplace to use their $17 million exception to acquire a player and a current future pick. That's from Shams right now.
Acquire a player. They need shooters. We can trade him Duncan. We can trade. Who does Dallas need? Okay. Wow. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's Draymond. And now that Kevin O'Connor has mentioned his name, and they need that defensive help to pair up being a kind of a smaller big along with Lively.
Why do I feel? Okay. Oh man. Let's see. If the Heat trade Duncan and the 18th pick to the Mavericks for, let's see. Nah, they can't. No, that's not gonna work.
Man, Mark Cuban is not going to do business with the Heat.
Exactly.
No.
Same thing as
I
Boston.
mean-
Bring up Jaylen Brown all the time. It's like, let it go. Those teams will
We
never
could
do
do
business.
we could do business. We could do business. They wanted Kyle Lowry. We could talk.
Oh, jeez. Michael Jordan.
Cuban's
Don't you
greedy.
remember
That's
that it's
the problem.
because of Dallas that we had to give up an extra first-round pick to get Jimmy Butler into the door? Because they
Who?
backed out of a trade?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Dallas. That's true. That was the issue with Dallas. At the end, at the last moment.
Do Cuban and Riley just not like each other? Is that what it is?
Cuban is still salty about that 2006 championship.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, 2011 should have cured that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. You got us. All right. Just leave it there.
I think that's why he said he would not help. He wouldn't help Kyrie Irving in a signing trade because I think
That's the
Right.
one they didn't trade. We were gonna trade Dragic to the Dallas. I remember that, Clutch. And that was when they pulled out at the end. The trade was agreed upon and everything, I think, and they pulled out at the end
All right. So
because Dallas wanted Dragic, and then they wouldn't take him. It was the Whiteside deal. That's when we traded Whiteside for Leonard and all that. We had to pivot and traded a Whiteside to Portland. And
right.
all that.
it's, uh,
Bobby, would you consider this a reach?
No, I don't think so. I think it's right where it was supposed to be. You're talking about this pick coming up for the Pelicans? No, I think it's right where it should have been. I mean, he's not one of my, but
I have another trade to announce.
Oh, do ya? The best
Part
time.
of a deal to be finalized later, the Dallas Mavericks are trading for the Oklahoma City Thunder the draft rights to Cason Wallace, the 10th pick, and the Thunder are trading to the Mavericks the draft rights to Derek Lively II, the 12th pick.
They shut down the mic.
Pick
What's going on?
2023 NBA Draft. The New Orleans Pelicans select Jordan Hawkins.
Holy shit!
University of
Wow.
Connecticut.
That was one of my players. That was one of my players. That guy can shoot the ball, bro. He can shoot
It's
the
not a
ball.
reach. It's good.
it's not
Yeah,
right.
it's
It's right where I
decent.
thought it was.
Maybe
gonna
like 3 or 4 picks before, yeah. But he's good, and he fits. He plays perfectly with CJ McCollum and Williamson and Ingram.
And it's crazy, man. I'm harping on this too much, but Cam Whitmore fell out of the lottery.
Oh, okay.
Bro, hey, Utah, man. I don't think Cam Whitmore passes Utah. Utah will pick him if he's there.
Who's next?
Yeah, I'll be
The
right
Lancers
back.
on the board.
Jordan Hawkins, bro. Is
The
Jordan Hawkins is Jordan Hawkins related to Hersey Hawkins or no? Am I doing one of these names again?
cousin of Angel Reese from LSU. Both won national championships this year.
Oh,
Oh, he's balling
wow.
his out.
That's a dream, man. That is a dream come true.
All right.
He looks like Scotty Barnes a little bit.
A little bit.
Man, we're 3 picks away, huh?
Oh my God, look at that shooting form. Look at that shooting form. Beautiful. Oh, kick and shoot, bro. This kid's gonna lead the league in shooting in 2 years, in a year or two. This kid can shoot the ball.
Oh gosh.
I remember this game, bastard.
I remember
Oh,
this game, bastard.
His comp is Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, right, man. These comps to me are so funny. And
Ray
the
Allen.
years-
I mean, I could see the Ray Allen one.
I can see the Ray Allen one, yeah. No, but whoa. People forget. It's funny because there's two types of fans. There's a fan that remembers Ray Allen as a high flyer when Ray Allen would dunk on people and he was still a shooter. And then there's the fan that just remembers Ray Allen as the older 3-point shooter specialist. I'm like, bro, Ray Allen, when he came in the league, he was dunking on people left and right.
Yeah.
He had
End of the
hops.
day, Ray Allen's going to be remembered for Game 6. And
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And he got game.
That's true.
Jesus Shuttleworth.
I wonder how much Boston fans remember him from 08.
Oh. Jalen Hood Schifino's there.
Ooh.
Whitmore's there.
Yeah, dude.
Keontae George still on the
they're
board.
trying to trade. They're gonna try to get rid of Murray, or maybe
They won with a point guard? With Schifino?
no. Atlanta's going guard. They're going Freddie.
George?
Oh,
Oh, don't tell me they got George.
I'm not
Let
gonna
me
tell.
see.
No, just wait
No?
it out. Wait it out. Let's see here.
let's just sit in anticipation for a moment.
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
wait it
Hey,
out.
tell me one thing. I know it's
Shooting
it
guard.
happened yesterday.
That's all I'm
A
saying.
shooting guard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so there's only you got Murray as a forward, Buffkin is a guard, Smith, Kobe Jones. Smith is a point guard, so it's not him. I mean, it's still a reach if it's any of them, really, but
Shams just spoiled it.
Respectfully, when Miami picks, I need everybody to be quiet.
oh yeah, don't say anything, Bob. Don't look at. Let's not look at.
No,
let's
no
not look at
facial
the-
expressions, no anything.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Dude, Whitmore keeps falling, man. Lakers are gonna get him. Probably they're gonna fucking ruin my night.
It seems like a Lakers thing, right?
Yeah, it does seem like that. And it might be a conundrum because then the Heat are faced with like the Justin Wilson situation that we talked about. If Whitmore falls, do you take a chance on him, or do you stick with your guts and you go with the player? So this is tricky.
How bad was this injury? Jesus, because falling that hard.
And I don't even know what it's just the thumb, his hand injury. I don't know what's going on, man.
All right, so let me go ahead. Whitmore, why he's falling. USA Today had an article on that. He was on the sidelines for each of the 7 games. His college career due to thumb injury. Pitcher return. Let's see.
A thumb injury, bro.
There have been some. Hold on. There have been some concerns over Cam Whitmore's medicals, which could cause a few teams to pass on him into mid-lottery per sources. One executive, Eastern Conference executive, told David Aldridge at the Hoots Summit, Whitmore was not a practice-type player and didn't look very good during the week. But once he played, he was one of the better players in the game. That's going to have to change in the NBA level. He's going to have to exert some effort, some ability, some skill level in practice for a head coach to put him into a game. He's not going to be guaranteed minutes like he was at Villanova. So it's not just about injury, it's about effort.
So it's a
That doesn't scream Miami Heat, bro. That doesn't scream Miami Heat.
2023 NBA Draft. The Atlanta Hawks select Kobe Buffkin from the University of Michigan.
Okay.
That hair, man. Howard Stern style.
in the Big Ten the last 6 weeks of the season when Michigan put the ball in his hands.
Alrighty. Well, that's all right.
Kobe.
That's all right. Yep, Kobe. And I guarantee he was named to Kobe.
Well, there's two Kobes, Buffkin and Kobe Brown.
Kobe White. They're two different colors.
Stager, thank you, man, for coming on. We appreciate you, brother. It's good having you on, man. You have a
Yeah,
good
great
night.
to see you, man.
Love you, man.
You go put this here.
I'll properly say goodbye before I said it. I said, hey, you got to get off dad duties, y'all.
There you go.
Y'all have a good night.
Alrighty.
So who
Take
are we
care,
rooting for
Dave.
Miami to get? Whitmore?
We're waiting, man. We're waiting. We still got Hushafino. We got Whitmore. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I like
Some interesting
Hood
picks left.
I feel like Hood Shafino is a Spolstra guy.
Yeah. I like George. I think Keontae George. I think that kid's a stud, but I don't know. He's probably gonna get plucked before either Utah or the Lakers are gonna get him. So we're probably not gonna get him.
I know it was reported that Nick Smith actually did work out for the Heat like extensively. So
Yeah.
Might be
Yes, he
Nick
did.
Smith.
Hey,
Yes, he
it could
did.
be between Nick Smith, Hood Shafino, and Whitmore. If he's not Whitmore, man, I don't know. Lakers could go Whitmore, George.
You think the Lakers take that much risk on a player with injuries, though, especially with that been their problem last year?
Depending on the upside, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't really
I
trust
mean,
the Lakers to make the right pick either way you look at it.
All right. Gents, you guys have a good night. Got to go do dad duties.
All right.
Sir,
Later,
Yeah,
Stanger.
man.
Thank you,
for
man.
your service.
All right, so put this back here. As we're getting closer to the Heat's pick.
damn, Kobe looks like a little kid.
Michigan is having a good draft. Jet
are.
Howard. And
So we're basically guaranteed Cam
So, okay,
Whitmore,
here
Keontae
is
George, or Hood Shafino.
okay. Okay, so the players that have visited with Miami,
Mm-hmm.
so the known list, because you never know, things could be Keyshawn Bryant out of South Florida, Jamie
Okay.
Jaquez, UCLA, Javon Johnson, DePaul, Brandon
Okay.
Podzomski, whatever his damn name is, Santa Clara guard, Craig Porter Jr. out of Wichita State, Olivier Maxis Prosper, Marquette, Nick Smith Jr., Arkansas, Jaquavion Smith, North Carolina State, Jordan Walsh, Arkansas, Isaiah Wong, Miami. Those are the known players. So,
Oh, that's all on draft.
Prosper.
Prosper
Prosper.
for sure.
Podzomski, Jaquez, Nick Smith Jr., all still on the board, who it could be available at who could be picked at 18 and not be considered a reach. Jazz, the pick is in.
Okay.
I'd be shocked if it's Whitmore, especially if his practice. That's an Eastern Conference exec too.
to play devil's advocate on the Whitmore practice thing, maybe a little Heat culture could fix him up.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, so that guy's off the board.
You're really gonna have to practice hard if you have Jimmy Butler in your building.
Oh, for sure. And sometimes these agents wants to get their players to a certain team, so that could also be into effect. You never know, but I mean, you don't want to cost your player money though, so no one wants your agent to fall. That's the thing.
They're interviewing
And
Victor Wembanyama at the panel, and look how much taller he looks than everybody else when they show it.
Yeah.
Of course, I was waiting for it, but still, I had the butterflies for hours before, and yeah.
They should have had Victor Wembanyama sitting on the floor next to the panel, sitting in their chairs. Look at that.
Wemby, you talked on my podcast about being free in the universe, and I so appreciate the emotion. I really do. Specifically with your family.
All right, so he is off. It's one of Alex's guys is out.
Or how about if the Heat do the Miami Heat thing and they drop somebody we don't have any idea about?
That's totally gonna happen.
It
Watch.
happened with Bam Adebayo. We had no idea who Bam was.
For me, it was me and Alex was Tyler Hero.
I
Hey,
remember-
Papa, how you doing?
Dolphins, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love it.
Go.
I remember the Tyler Hero draft so vividly. I wanted Kevin Porter Jr.
Correct. My apologies for my wife. Like unbelievable.
What'd she say?
Heat suck. Like,
Oh hell no,
What's
hell
wrong with you, bro?
no,
Wrong with you?
oh hell no.
Wrong household.
Oh look, yo, she showed herself. Holy crap! She's live on camera. Let me screenshot that. Hold on a second. I got it right here. Hold on. I'm gonna screenshot the hell out of that.
Man, we got, honestly, who would have told us that in 2 picks we had Whitmore or Hood Shafino available? Keontae George,
You don't have
Nick
Devil.
Smith.
One of those guys is not available.
One of the ones that I said is not available.
Yep.
And Utah's picking.
Yep.
That's a guard because they're moving Sexton, so that's a guard.
Tenemos 18th pick.
Yeah, we have the 18th pick.
Interesting. Chris Murray must be Keegan Murray's brother is on the board. Also went to
That's true. His twin brother's on the board. He plays
Is
like
it
him
his
too.
twin?
He's a good player, man.
Is it his twin, really?
That's his twin, yeah.
Oh, he must have taken a 5th year. I thought he was a 4-year player, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, Murray. Yeah, that's his twin. He's the bad twin.
There's yet another Murray in the NBA with Jamal, DeJounte, Keegan, and now Chris.
They are really milking this pick because they're interviewing Wemby right now.
We're telling Adam, hey, stay back there. We got to interview Wemby.
Well, we know that the dinners with Greg Popovich, they are famed for his surgery, and
Let me tell.
¿Necesitas eso para ver?
No.
Para oírlo.
Jamila, Tati says she loves you. Here, evidence. Oh man. Oh man.
So the Lakers are on the clock.
Now, if you're the Lakers, would you pick somebody who is draft ready or somebody to develop because LeBron's not going to be around forever?
Draft
That's the
work.
thing.
I think game ready. Ready to start right away. Because if LeBron's still there, they're trying to win. It's the same thing as the Heat with Jimmy Butler. I think they're trying to win. So they're going to get play ready, not develop. If they keep their pick, of course.
Yeah, they
Likely
keep
too,
man,
this
and
is
still.
LeBron's last year with the Lakers because he's going to go play wherever his son is next year.
Yeah. No matter what, even for your organization, you gotta go talent, man. You gotta go best talent.
Hey,
From the
No matter
Jazz.
what.
With the 16th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Keontae George.
Oh, good pick.
Uh,
Good pick, man. I knew it.
So,
Mother. Oh,
Alex, pronounce this guy's name for me because I don't want to butcher it. You've got on me before.
Keontae.
No.
Oh.
Greg Salvander.
Oh,
Is that
Greg
right?
yes, Greg Sylvander.
Sylvander. Okay.
Yeah. You
But
call
this
him
is
Salamander. You call him everything. It's like,
You're like, Bobby, no. Sylvester.
Bobby, no, man,
I said
don't do it.
Sylvester. That's what I said one
Uh-huh.
time. Okay, but he says, somebody asked him, do you think Pat Riley goes for Cam Whitmore or JHS? And he says, in regards to just Whitmore, he says, Whitmore on defense from Boxing One. He says, I don't see them taking Whitmore. Spinella on Cam Whitmore. This was a quote unquote. There were a ton of issues with Whitmore as a help defender. He was objectively bad off ball. He was slow to react to tags. Stood up off ball once his man passed it. Didn't recognize or communicate switches, which led to the domino effects of the possession, and lost his man frequently when guarding off screens. Does that sound like a Heat player to you? Talking about practice, talking on defense, it does not. I'm not for Whitmore, man.
Yeah, I said the practice thing could be fixed, but the defense thing, that's not a Heat thing.
And that's a great point, though, Clutch. That is, you're right. And that goes for anybody. When we talk about a player and they go, oh, dude, no, that guy's not even free agent. Oh, that guy's not good. He's strapped, blah, 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 blah. It's like, but how is that guy going to be in Heat culture? How's he going to do in the Heat organization? He could be so much better. But yeah, the defense thing, that's another thing against him.
Down. I really wanted this kid, man.
I know, yeah.
I really wanted Keontae George.
Shavino is still there.
So
Sensabaugh,
if they
Murray.
choose to, if they want it, they're gonna have their choice of Whitmore, Shafino, Nick
Yeah.
Smith Jr.
Yeah,
guys.
Shafino,
You-
Hood Shafino, Nick Smith still on the board there. Especially if
And
they're going to move. Nick,
Jack-
If it's Whitmore, does Houston call? Do they try to secure? Because Houston wants Whitmore. Like out of all the teams,
and I would do that move. If Houston calls, I'll say, hey, man, all right,
I'll trade back to 20.
give me a
I'm
second round
asking,
pick.
I'm asking for Kenyon Martin Jr.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
For sure,
something
that
that they would
works.
do. That or
That
Jay
works.
Shante, maybe throw him in there because he's going to have to get
I'm
paid
down with
eventually.
that. I like it. All right, Clutch. General Manager Clutch coming into Clutch.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
What kind of shit did I just see? What kind of? I want to see all that. And Twitter's a dangerous place sometimes. What the hell is that?
The Lakers are on the clock. What is likely LeBron's last year in LA. Isn't it wild that LeBron's been in LA longer than Miami now?
Really? I didn't even realize that.
He came to LA in 2018.
Damn. So
Still has more success in Miami, so I have that to be petty about.
damn right, all day.
All day, baby. 50%. 50% championships. 2 for 4.
100% finals appearance.
That's right. That's right. We don't mess around, man. We don't mess around.
So the Jazz, who just took Keontae George, were looking at possibly trading, but they decided to stay pat. But Jake Fisher,
Okay.
that was from Roge. Jake Fisher is saying that Utah has been conducting plenty of trade calls about the 28th pick. That one was one of the buzzier topics around the league as of this afternoon, turned into this evening, being told trade will depend on who is still on the board for Utah.
Let me see, man. Who?
Let me ask you guys this. This is obviously a late round pick, maybe a free agent, which is kind of crazy depending on considering where he was last season. But Amani Bates from Eastern Michigan. He was considered a top prospect last year, went back, totally collapsed. What are your thoughts on him as a prospect and as a pro prospect? Alex.
Mate, well, I think he has potential, man. I really want to see if he's available in the second round. If someone snags him up, if the Heat snags him up, if he goes undrafted, which was insane because he was one of the top. He was going to be one of the top picks last year, talent wise. So I would have no problem whatsoever taking a flyer on him, developing him because he has all the tools. He has all the tools. Someone might sneak in and draft him in the second round though. He's definitely not going to be picked first round, but. We have a few options. I still don't. I know it's early, and I know they're not going to go, but I still want. There's a part of me that wants to make sure the Heat don't end this draft or this night without getting James Nagy. Like I'm obsessed with that kid, bro. I'm telling you, what you see him next to Bam. Oh my lord, man!
I told you.
Oh my lord.
We'll see. We will see.
I've been
30
going to sleep just watching this highlight.
30 seconds left for the Lakers. The Lakers are, I think, on the phones, man.
Oh man! All right.
Oh.
I saw what they did.
Oh,
of course, Clutch. Remember what we talked about?
That they're gonna sneak in and fuck us.
They're gonna sneak. Absolutely. They just did it.
Now I'm pretty sure I know who it is because
They just did it, bro. They just did it, man. They just did it.
Oh gosh, Clutch. He wasn't gonna sneak.
Maybe they're on the phone trading this pick to Miami. Who knows?
Yep.
yeah.
Man,
LeBron,
I honestly, Whitmore. Oh my God! Like if I'm fucking man.
What do we think of Whitmore? That's the question. We see what the other guys are scouting him for, but do we like him?
No.
He didn't stand out to me when I watched him. That's why I don't have him on the list. But
he was a top 10 prospect for a reason. I don't know.
It's also noted that Villanova was not good this year, given also that Jay Wright retired, so you're obviously going to have a drop-off. But still, the talent wasn't there. You've got Cam Whitmore as the prospect, but then again, Ben Simmons was the top prospect. He didn't make the tournament.
True. True. Nick Smith still on the board. These is, of course, all technically because, could change in a second with the Lakers. We're not going to say it yet. Jalen Hood still on the board.
Freezing Cold Takes just tweeted out an old picture from the Houston Chronicle giving Dallas an F for drafting Dirk in 1998.
Yeah, you can't really judge anything, until it actually plays out.
I'll never forget all the grades they gave Patrick Mahomes.
Hey,
This guy's not even
funny
ready
story.
to play in the NFL.
You know who I wanted in 2017 over Bam? Justin Jackson
Oh, for real?
from UNC. Yeah.
Oh, here comes the
They
Lakers.
fucked us. They fucked us.
With the 17th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Jalen Hood Schifino from Indiana.
Shafino off the board. So now
Hood to the
18.
hood.
Now 18. The Heat on the clock. We'll see what goes down with this, if it's a possible trade or whatever. But Nick Smith still on the board. Possible lottery pick for most. Perfect spot for Miami. They need a guard. Gabe Vincent, does he come back? Does Lowry get traded? Interesting. Would they? But he's a combo guard, right? He could play shooting and point.
Yeah, he's 6'5", so he could play
Yeah.
the shooting guard for sure.
So there you go. So it's not. It doesn't really stop you from.
It's versatility, and that's something Miami looks for.
Yeah. So
We have all already closed our Twitters because of this pick, right?
Yeah, please, nobody, please, Bobby, please.
Alex, you're muted.
that was the
No,
point.
nothing. I did it on purpose. I didn't even.
No, I'm going to look at you
It's
guys. I'm going to pay once.
That's it.
I'll be watching this year.
That's it.
So, I guess
Just don't
before
be-
the pick is made, real quick around the horn, final predictions. Who's going 18?
Oh man, I'll say Whitmore or we trade back.
Oh, Alex. I'm going at either Nick Smith or Jamie Jaquez.
I'll go with Nick Smith.
Yeah, my gut tells me Nick Smith.
Yeah, I can't see Cam Whitmore at all, and I probably wouldn't like it at all either if they took him.
Me neither.
That fall has been crazy because they had Whitmore projected at 5 to the Pistons.
That's what I'm saying. That's the number one thing, though. I keep looking at that. There's
But
potential.
again,
there.
I go back to Justice Winslow. He was projected at 5.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
we took him at 10,
We took him at 10, though, but
and it
this
didn't
is
work.
at 18.
It didn't work. Yeah, that's right. It didn't work.
We ended up getting what we ended up getting for him was Andre Iguodala and Jay Crowder.
There's an outside chance Chris Murray. I mean, I don't see.
I mean, that could be a
We'll
good
see.
option if they just want to fill in a roster spot with a 3-and-D
Yeah.
shooter.
I know. Hey, and let's go back.
Imagine if they
based
reach
off-
for Whitehead.
Hold on, but let's go look off the players they've talked to, right, and that are
Yeah.
still on the board that
Yeah.
can take in here. Again, I'm not going to go off these other names that are not, but okay, we know the kid out of UCLA. We know we've talked about Nick Smith. Prosper's still on the board. Marquette. They visit with him. Another 2 combo guard who's a great 3-point shooter is Podzimski from Santa Clara. So that's another possibility at 18. The other guys, honestly, I mean, I think Jordan Walsh would be a reach. I can't see them taking Jordan Walsh here.
Which is why they're taking him.
Don't.
No,
I jumped. I looked. I was like, wait, what?
No, what I
I
was
mean,
going
Damn,
to
clutch.
the Heat
I
just
just-
do
I
that
just get-
thing. They just do that thing where you do not know the guy they draft.
Ryan
And
Rupert.
it's going to end up being
guard,
Isaiah
France.
Wong from Miami at number 18.
No
very
way,
much.
man.
If they want to get in on that French party, that
Let me see.
Ryan, or however you say his name,
Yeah, Ryan Rupert. From
Ryan
France.
Rupert.
6'6". Yeah, I have him on my list. Let's see here. This is and no one's sorting order.
You wrote Carson Wallace, think it's Casey Wallace.
I know. It's remember, I do this all from the phone, brother. Yeah, I gotta do all the graphics, so what it does is
Oh,
spell
it's
correct.
impressive. It's impressive you've done all this from your phone.
Yeah, everything is from the phone, man. I just
Es el hermano de Jamal Murray.
but Jamal Murray. What happened?
He thinks that Chris Murray is Jamal Murray's brother. Oh, look at Cam Murray.
Wrong Murray.
He has to play 2K, Alex.
Woj just talking.
Uh-oh.
Offices describe a combination of some poor workouts, some not great interviews with teams.
Oh, this is about Whitmore
Over
here.
the last month is part of the reason Cam Whitmore has dropped. I saw him.
They're gonna go home. Watch.
WME in Santa Barbara in May, where he really impressed teams. Virtually all, literally all 30 teams were there. But his individual
He's just so athletic that there's no way you can't pick
has
him.
not been as strong. There was a sense he would drop tonight, perhaps to the back end of the lottery. But now Cam Whitmore is dropping toward number 20 as we approach the second half of the first round.
Woj, thank you. Miami is on the clock at this point. Jay, that was where you listed.
So, Alex, you say you can't pass him up, but like you,
I wouldn't pass him up. I wouldn't pass him up.
See, so you just said I would not like if they took him. You said that just like 2 minutes
No,
ago.
no. I'm
But
saying
you
the
wouldn't
reaction
pass
about-
him up.
I wouldn't pass him up. I would, because there's so much that you can work with. Especially the fact that he impressed. Like if he struggles in practice, then he struggles in the game. I get that, but motivation wise, there's a reason why
Chip on
this
his
culture
shoulder,
works.
maybe. Okay.
No, and there's a reason why this team works, because you got Jimmy, you got no nonsense in Bam, so you have the pieces that you can extract them. You can put them in this culture and extract the best from him. So on talent alone, I wouldn't pass him up.
Extremely well.
They're showing a lot of him right now.
I
They
would,
are.
Almost shaping up for it.
he's a wing player. He has a 40-something inch vertical leap. He has a big wingspan,
Like you said, I
and he's a decent shooter.
the next level whenever he gets picked. Miami is on the clock at this point. We just saw them make a
Pick
run
is
to the
in.
finals.
We're waiting for the commissioner.
The pick is in. Okay, let's see.
Taking a step back here, not
I'm
necessarily.
gonna
just
pull up his stuff just in case, because I want to
Miami
be able to read it off.
Jimmy Butler in order to make it to not only they get to another finals, which they haven't through the last 4 years, but finally get to that mountaintop.
18 is a good number.
A franchise-altering superstar with the 18th pick.
Sure.
What Miami has done historically is identify the right people to be in that system, in that Heat culture, and they target players that are tough. They target players with chips on their shoulder. They target smart players, and those are the type of players that they could potentially look at, and they have an even better track record of identifying undrafted players, bringing them into the program, developing them. All four of these guys, huge contributions.
This is Miami's only pick of the whole draft, right?
The Miami,
Yep.
one of the best incubators of talent in the NBA.
Here we go.
Latest edition, the pick is in. Let's head back to Commissioner Adam Silver.
Moment we've all been waiting for.
With the 18th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Jaime Jaquez.
Woo!
All right.
What I say, boy?
I like it.
Wow, okay.
2-0,
Okay.
baby. Love
Okay.
it.
We were pronouncing it wrong the whole time. Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Yeah,
That was
Jaquez
perfectly
Jr.
Miami.
Jaime.
JJJ.
Clutch, you got your weed, man.
I love it.
Yes.
Everything we were just hearing right there. I don't know who was that. Was that JJ Redick who was talking
Yeah.
about Miami?
Yeah.
Everything he was
Identifying
saying.
players. Yeah.
Everything he was saying was Jaime. That
Hey,
guy.
and I'm
Everything
telling
he
you,
said. Smart,
What-
intelligent, hard worker, physical, knockdown three. This dude will fit unless he's traded.
exactly.
Day one, this guy didn't make an impact.
It
Exactly.
doesn't
Now,
feel like he's
this is
been
the end of
traded
Max Strus.
because of how, of the type of the pick it is, because he would have fallen for other teams into the 20s
Kevin Love,
if Miami wasn't there.
Looks like he was starring in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Now let's see. Is there any trades or?
That's what I'm saying. He could be moved. You don't know, but this guy screams Miami Heat player. You know.
He looks like Fabio.
I said Pirates of the Caribbean, but that works too.
He's gonna be selling dope outside of Heat games.
It's still illegal in Florida. He's got to be careful.
Hey, and he's a good shooter, man. Good shooter, good rebounder. Versatility, winning
There you
player.
go. There you
That's
go.
good. Hey,
Now
man,
if I
that's
could get-
okay.
Now if I could get Najai,
Oh, bro, win-win.
Like a
That's
70s
not
rock
bad.
star.
That's not
Right
bad,
next
man.
to Bam. Right next to Bam, bro.
Najai, yeah, all day.
Look at that footwork.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He's scrappy. He hustles.
And for
Look
sure,
at that,
for
look
sure,
at that athleticism.
you're looking.
The whole time he's not very athletic. Like, what are you talking
He's not
about?
the most
about
athletic guy. That's normal. That's okay. But he can.
Now that play they showed right there, that's Heat culture.
I'm telling you. I was like,
Tell me you didn't see Max Strus make that same play all playoffs.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's the end for sure.
but
Now
that
he's
is a
gonna
rich
Max
man's
Strus.
version of Max
Yeah.
Strus.
Yeah.
Let's hear the man talk because he's about to get interviewed.
He's with our
And he's rotational piece
Who's the
right
interview?
away. That's
Yes, he is.
I'm feeling incredible right now. Surreal. Words can't describe it right now.
Now listen, at the ripe old age of 22, you are one of the older draftees we've heard so far tonight. But you've played in multiple C16s, you've been to the Final Four. What is your experience as a senior coming out of UCLA? How does that separate you from the rest of your draft classmates?
I think you said it best. I think just experience overall. Any experience is good experience, and I think I just treat it as such. And that's what I try to emphasize to these teams is, you know, I got a lot of experience and a lot of games under my belt that I can use to help an NBA program or NBA team in the future. So
Your parents, Jaime and Angela, are sitting with you. You guys, your son will now join a small but growing club of athletes that are Mexican born or have Mexican descent. But I know to you, he is your baby.
Yes, sir.
How proud are you of him in this moment?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it kind of fits, right? A Hispanic in Miami.
Yes.
We just
yeah, man. It does. It does. It's not bad.
his whole life.
I'm not
and
upset. I'm not upset. I like
about
it.
this, and we just couldn't be more proud.
Absolutely. We're so proud of my son. Just
Where was he on your list, Bobby?
about his goal was
Number
the
two.
NBA. Everyone has that goal, but for him to go out there and achieve it's incredible just to watch and witness.
His dad looks like a Miami guy already.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So does his mom. Okay, Golden State on the clock.
Do they go Winmore? I mean, Winmore doesn't fall past Houston. That's the one.
Alex is asking, how do you guys think about Houston's first pick?
I like them. Alex, I think if you guys get Winmore at 20, that's a win-win for you guys because you don't have to trade up for him. You don't have to give up anything. And Thompson it's going to be amazing. So.
And Houston's in a very interesting situation where they're all still young. They've got a new coach, so they can really go anybody here, figure it out throughout the year because they're going to find out who they're going to keep and who they're going to trade away over the next couple seasons to make this team a contender. So they could take a flyer on Whitmore, and if he does turn out to be the bust, well, they already got Amon Thompson at 4, which is a very, very solid pick for them. Could become the point guard of the future that they've been so sought after.
So they are going to
Bob, I got to give it to you, Jax. He's 6'6". He looks like 6'8", but he is solid. He's like 230, 240. Our pick, Jaime.
Oh, yes,
Jaime, he's a solid.
Yes.
He's definitely a rotational player right off the bat.
Dude,
he's your backup.
Yeah,
he's your
he
backup
could play
strong
right. He
forward.
could play day one right away.
Not bad. Not bad.
Golden State is getting is they're obviously what do we know Golden State for? Outside shooting. They're getting some guy they're adding to that right now. I like that pick for Golden State.
And this will be Mike Dunleavy's first pick.
That's true. Yes. Win. It's a win for Miami. I like the 18th pick.
18 is a good number. I told y'all.
Yeah.
Warriors.
With the 19th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select Brandon Pojemski from Santa Clara University.
Local kid.
Yep.
Brandon Pojemski.
Killer 3-point shot fits perfectly.
It looks like Jack Harlow.
He does. Mixed with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Which, by the way, what a horrible performance by Jack Harlow in White Man Can't Jump. Like, they should have never remade that movie.
I
I
didn't
haven't
watch
seen
it.
it. Now I know.
You didn't watch it? Oh,
No, I had no idea.
Wasn't Tyler Hero in it?
Tyler Hero? I don't remember. Was he in it?
I think he made a cameo.
He made a little cameo? Oh, because of the song? But,
Yes.
man, what a horrible. at least Woody Harrelson can play basketball.
So next on the board is the Rockets. And so, Alex, if you're still in there, man, what are you hoping for Houston to do at 20? Do they go Whitmore here, or does he continue his descent to the abyss of the draft?
He looks like Dante DiVincenzo. If he had longer hair, yeah.
And it's, what's one thing that does stand out, Jaime, he can actually play defense. So he's like your version of Strus, which we're not going to resign. And he's a defensive solid. Like, he can actually play the small power forward. It's not bad, man.
Can he shoot?
He's growing.
Yes.
Jacko, yeah, he can shoot. He's like a 30%. Yeah.
Very talented scorer. But the Heat, now we're talking about just trade. Let's just say, going back off what happened earlier tonight when Clutch was retweeting and all that was, the Heat could still trade Jaquez, right, to Portland if it wanted to, right? Or
until they sign him officially.
Until they sign him to a deal. Okay.
And then if you sign him, you have to wait until I think December 15th or January to trade. But he might be the one that stays because you're possibly trading Robinson, Hero. Even if I'm like, you gotta see what compensation you're looking at. But
I mean, the way I see it, he's probably, you guys said it, he's probably Max Strus is probably out the door, and he's sliding in to potentially be a better player than Strus was.
A hard grinder, a dog. I mean, you're going to see someone who kids don't understand his work ethic. Went to a military school. Someone says jump.
So Roj is reporting that the Rockets are strongly considering ending Cam Whitmore's slide here at 20.
I'm telling you, man.
Consider. Could be it's high risk, high reward right now.
Look, is John Lucas still part of the staff over there?
He's the assistant coach.
He's the assistant coach. When you got John Lucas there, John Lucas used to have a center for this, and he himself, out of his own experience when he battled with drugs and all that in the 70s or 80s, I think it was the 70s. So he can revive your career, and he can straighten this man, even with KPJ. So if Houston picks him, they're young, they're growing, and it's the perfect place for him, honestly.
So let's.
Somebody said Jaquez looks like a young Eddie Guerrero.
Come on, man. So 23423 is asking us to grade the Wizards. Justin,
they've only made one pick so far, right?
They made one pick, and that was Jarris Walker from Houston.
And who they then traded, right?
Did they trade him? Let's see.
They traded with Indiana.
Yeah, they traded him to the Pacers.
And they got that guy from France, right?
Yes, right? Belil.
Yeah, they got Wemby's teammate.
Yeah. Yes, they did. So,
hey, I'm liking this new thing. For the longest time, the Wizards have been just an eyesore to watch.
Yep.
Would you ever turn on a Wizards game willingly? Probably not.
Nope.
Bradley Beal is gone.
At all.
Kuzma's gone. Porzingis is gone. They're completely redoing this team. And I'm kind of optimistic for this. Now they can have a clean slate and then tank and build for the next decade. So starting with this guy, you can experiment, just like Philadelphia did for years in the beginning, and they screwed up on some picks. It's just a clean slate. So I'll start them off with a B. I don't know much about this French guy, but yeah, that's my grade.
There you go. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to grade.
Yes, next decade, I said 2, 3, 4, 2, 3.
It's hard to grade drafts or anything like that. We haven't seen these guys play yet and all that. You could say, hey, I think that was a reach, or hey, I like that, or you think they had a good draft. But I don't know if you want to say grade it. The Christian Hernandez. I can't believe we drafted the white Jafar from Aladdin. Come on.
The white Jafar.
Wow. Come on.
Trust me, you're gonna start getting a lot of comparisons. I read one
Somebody
that said
said
Captain
Mexican
Hook.
Josh Giddey.
Oh, come on.
And he looks, it's true, he looks like he can fit right into that locker room. He looks like he has that playful, bust your ass attitude. So that's a good call, Bobby. That's a good call. I like it. But it'll grow on me. But you kind of seeing that now. Some of these teams, Denver's going to do this too. Denver's going to draft a lot of players that are ready to play right now because of the cap situation. And the Dame Lillard situation, obviously, with the Heat, that has to be in the back burner. Not in the back burner, in the back of their minds, because this is someone that you need to play.
Yeah. Christian Hernandez comes back, goes, I can't believe we drafted V for Vendetta. I can't believe we drafted
Let's
Captain
keep them
Hook.
coming, people.
He
Let's
keeps
keep
saying,
them
this is
coming.
crazy. He goes, I can't believe we drafted Captain Hook. It's like, come on, dude.
Okay, that's the one I was looking for. That's the one.
Oh, my gosh.
Right now, let's go back to the stage and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
And his postgame,
Buckets on the clock.
is kind of like Jimmy Butler's postgame. He has
Yes.
great footwork.
Yep.
Great footwork.
With the 20th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Cam Whitmore.
There it
There
is.
you go. There you go. The kid's gonna be good, bro. He's gonna be good.
So as expected, the Heat Twitter reactions aren't the best.
Except
What
for
are-
the
what are
ones
they
that
saying?
actually know things. The
Yeah.
you know,
So,
you got
I'm just gonna say, whenever the
Go.
Heat Twitter reactions are not the best, it usually means we picked the right player.
Yep.
Mhm.
It happened with Tyler Hero, happened with Bam Adebayo.
It didn't happen with Justice Winslow.
Alex, wasn't it the guy? Alex, didn't I tell you he'd be the guy that we talked about it on Monday night? I said he would be the one that when we draft him, that you would be 5 years from now when we're trying to get, or 3 years from now we get that star player. You would tell me, no, Bob, we're not trading him for nobody. And I was like, we gotta get that star guy. He'd be the latest guy that you put on that list. Don't trade him, man. No, we're not gonna trade him.
Don't trade him. I'm just saying, look at this kid, bro.
Oh, here's Whitmore. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Damn, he could get up.
I'm
10.6.
telling
He
you,
goes above the rim. He goes above the rim.
that's what, man. We'll see. Whatever. We'll see. It's like, man, I like this kid.
And I think he could be great for what Ime Udoka is going to do in Houston.
Oh,
A very
yeah, for sure.
defensive-minded
Houston has, I mean, they got a very good young squad. And you hear, of course, I mean, we know the rumor about James Harden. You know, I don't know if I would mess with that young core like that, but
No,
but
don't sign him.
you
Don't
could see
sign
why
him.
you could see why Harden would want to go back because of that young squad. I mean, and it's not a young squad where it's like, oh, they're not going to do it. No, it's a young squad that could make some noise next year.
Dude,
You know.
honestly, Houston
words,
got 2
cap
top 5
space.
picks.
And strippers.
That's-
Forwards.
They said, so you're going to send the kid with character issues to Houston. That's going to work out really well.
Yep.
His head coach can't even keep it in his pants.
How are you feeling in the moment?
I'm excited, grateful to be here. I mean, I'm blessed. Been in one of the NBA for Nadi since I was born, so blessed to be here.
Mom, Colleen, Dad, Myron, none of these athletes are able.
What's insane though, this drop cost you at least like $10-15 million.
Yeah.
Jamie Jacks, he had 178 steals in 134 games.
Who?
The guy we drafted.
Shamaine?
Oh yeah.
Jaquez.
Jaime Jaquez.
Jaime. Thank you, Jaime. Come on.
He is turnover prone, but he can work on that.
You reading up.
Oh, Barry Jackson just put it as true. Shot threes well, sophomore at 39%, slipped to 27 and 30% the past 2 years. It's a little concerning, but you can work on that too.
Someone said he's definitely going to Portland because he looks like a Portland stoner.
This is just like when the national championship game in 2019 for football happened. I was all there for who does Trevor Lawrence look like? Somebody sent me a picture of a dog with like really long, fluffy hair. I'm like, yeah, that looks like him.
That's it.
For the Rockets fans out there, you were between him and Amon at 4, but you end up getting them both. 420.
You got 2 top 5 picks in your draft, and you don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of did the thing where what the Houston Texans did. They ended up getting 2 top 5 players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know weed is illegal, but they picked 4 and 20 in Texas.
420.
So pack that away and smoke it. David Schwimmer, I don't know.
And it's
that.
crazy. Nothing on Dame. No word. No reports. Nothing.
Exact way the Dame is, just quiet and out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to compare Dave Schwimmer, I've got another one, Charlie Morton with long hair.
Christian Hernandez had another one. He was like, I can't believe we drafted a non-murderous John Wick.
This guy has a good back to the basket game.
Yeah, bro. That's true. I've been watching that. After Bobby told me, the only thing I told him, like, he doesn't look like that super athletic. But I'm like, he has the fundamentals, the white man's game. He can play with a back to the basket. He kind of looks like Jimmy in those little post-up fadeaways. He has the Jimmy look.
So we got Mexican Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Himi Butler.
Yes, yeah, Hemi Butler. Yes, that works.
Jaime Butler.
Jaime Butler.
Yeah. Oh, this is Hurley. This is the head coach of UConn. Yeah, Bobby Hurley's brother.
Our pick is the Latin Gordon Hayward. People are just going.
It's funny because Dan Hurley and Bobby Marks look so much alike. I can't tell which one is on the camera.
So the Nets.
This is another good player, Jackson Jr. He definitely looks like he could carry, like he carries a sword around. He looks like a musketeer.
He looks like
Pirate or Musketeer, yeah. You move up to Tampa, be the mascot of the Bucks.
That's awesome. It has to be. It's the mustache. It's the mustache.
The Nets picking that.
With the 21st pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Noah Clowney from the University of Alabama.
I like that pick. Alabama forward, 6'10", 210 pounds, mobile, big, high-level shot blocker. Has the potential to be a better shot maker. I like that. Someone let it rip live on air. That's terrible. Was that you, Clutch?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, Clutch.
No, that was my son.
God dang, Alex. It was like, oh, damn.
The good thing is when you got kids around, you can blame on everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything.
5 Reasons Sports tweeted out that Jaime Jaquez said before the draft that his favorite NBA player was Jimmy Butler.
Oh man, that man. Oh, of course. I'm telling you, bro. When you see him posting up, he looks just like Jimmy when he turns around and shoots.
This is what Justin Shock, who was a guest one time for Fast Break, he tweeted. He goes, you guys are upset at this. You're kidding me. This man is going to be one of your favorite players soon. You're going to see it. He literally does it all. Bet he shoots more threes than Bam this year. Okay, well that's not really a bet. It's like, come on.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course he's going to shoot more threes than Bam.
Oh, this is a quote from Jackass from before the draft. He was like, wherever I get drafted, I don't care. I am going to make some sort of impact. People are going to feel like I impacted the organization. Jimmy Butler, Josh Hart, those are the guys I study.
I like that, man. And the Nets have another pick coming in here. You got 2 picks in a row.
Oh, and his nickname. He has a cool nickname. They call him Triple J.
Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Yeah.
What's going on with him?
Okay, so we got that.
Alex, what's going on with Jaren Jackson?
No. Jaime Jaquez Jr. His nickname is Triple J.
Because Jaren Jackson Jr., they say the same thing about.
The same thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Jaime
Jax Hackis.
He has an old post of him in Miami that says Dale.
I'm telling you, he's meant to be in Miami. You can see that.
Let's see.
23423. How about we trade Monte Morris, Kendrick Nunn, and Kuzma for Jimmy Butler and Bam? Well, first off, Kuzma's a free agent. You can't do that.
Man, these people got to get their jokes right. They can't even say it right.
I totally missed the part where Monte Morris was not on the Nuggets. I guess they did not pay enough attention.
Alabama draft picks.
Right now, the guys are upset.
Why?
We traded Bam Adebayo.
Brandon Miller se va como.
They traded Bam Adebayo.
¿Cómo se llama?
To the Celtics.
Why would you put something like that in the universe?
Look at his face, man. Does he believe you? He doesn't believe you.
No,
he's looking at you.
This is his favorite.
He was thinking how to react. React.
Look at the screen.
Mira, Tristan.
Go ahead. I'm just playing with you.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. You're all right.
You got drafted.
Don't come back.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Huh?
We got drafted.
Miami drafted a forward, Jaime. His name's Jaime.
Who did
Jaquez.
Did they trade it someone?
They haven't traded anything. They kept their pick so far.
So they just feel the free agent.
Hey.
I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah.
We're live, guys. We're live, everybody. That's the reason why it's like it's another restroom, right?
Now, I don't really like them, but I'll give them kudos. University of Alabama this year. First pick in the NFL draft, third pick in the NFL draft, 2 picks tonight in the NBA draft. Kudos to those guys in Tuscaloosa. Roll Tide.
Usually a football university when it comes to the draft, and look at them.
Look at UCF having no picks in the NFL draft, but having a lottery pick tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
First time ever.
Great point.
Which, by the way, I love that all these laptops that people have on the panel. Obviously, they're Apple, and then they just slap a sticker of NBA draft on it. It's like to make sure you don't promote anything or just cover it up. Dude, Nick Smith is still on the board, man. I wonder if someone picks up and just scoops him up.
Now Twitter's calling him a second round talent.
Who?
The Twitter, Key Twitter.
Oh, I mean,
'Cause
he's
they
not
know-
second
they
round
know so
talent,
well.
bro.
They know so well.
No, man. I thought he was gonna fall to the 20s. I told
Some-
Bobby even like he's gonna. Bobby told me like, oh, this is the kid. This is the kid. I'm like, man, I think he falls to 20 something, but he's not a second round talent, dude. That kid can play. That kid can ball.
Somebody I know gave a very good response to it. He's like, Key Twitter would have a negative reaction to winning the Powerball.
Exactly. It's so true, dude.
They've got it so bad as of late. Like anything.
It's turning
Now I
into
see that
Dolphins.
they're calling Pat Riley racist, even though he's Mexican.
Derek Whitehead. That's a good pick.
They say he looks like Waluigi.
He's gonna get so many of those, bro. So many.
That one's kind of a stretch. He's got to throw all his hair inside of that hat first.
How long before you see a video of him and Jimmy Butler on a boat smoking a cigar?
Oh, by tomorrow. No, that's never mind. Jimmy Butler's in Brazil, so he's not by tomorrow.
It seems
But
like the
you can-
vibe that he would get along with Jimmy Butler.
Oh, for sure. You can see it in his personality, man. And I gotta give it to him. One thing, I thought he was gonna fall deeper, but his reaction when he got picked, he was the happiest out of everyone. Obviously, everybody's gonna get teary-eyed. Your life changes, but he was literally jumping up and down. He wanted to come to Miami. You can see that.
And now Portland is on the board.
This is if they go guard again, they're just gonna walk out of the facility.
Let's see here. So the Nets, as we were still talking about, Jaime.
Jaime.
I'll get it eventually. We were talking about him, but we missed his. So Noah Clowney at 21, and then turned around and got guard Derek Whitehead.
They wanted Derek White, but they got Derek Whitehead.
That's right. There you go. All right. So at that, as we wait Portland's pick, I will sign off for the night. Alex will take over for
Sir.
the final stretch, and we will close it out at the end of the first round. So let me go ahead, guys, Clutch, and Justin, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys. I'll see Justin and Alex on Tuesday.
Well, and let me give you your props. Bobby called this pick. Bobby called this pick since yesterday. Jaime. He's been bugging me with Jaime. Sending
Monday.
me. It's Jaime. It's
Monday.
Jaime. Yeah, Monday. It's
Monday.
Jaime. It's Jaime. So I got to give you your props, man. You were
Thank you,
100% right.
Hey, Jovic last year, Jaime this year.
Hey, man. Tell me, bro.
Now we just need Najai. Let's hope he falls out or Miami trades in.
Oh, man.
We'll be gold.
I'm happy. If we get it, I'm happy. I'm just happy. I just want that kid, bro. I just need that kid in the roster.
Clutch, in case I don't talk to you, but of course we'll talk via messenger, but safe travels, my friend. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Later, brother. I'll see you guys on Tuesday
right.
night.
Peace out, Bobby.
Later.
Clutch, where
Take
you going?
care.
I'm going over to Europe for a couple months.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
you're not going to
so-
do the show that whole time?
I'm gonna be out. I'm probably gonna be out of action the whole time. Maybe I can sneak in a show.
Oh
But we'll
man.
see.
So you're going to travel all throughout Europe?
I'm mostly going to be in the Northeast, Belgium, Netherlands, London, that area.
Nice. Good for you. That's so exciting. Just for vacation or?
It's half vacation, half possible work situation that I have to check into. So who knows?
Well, that's exciting.
That's cool, man.
Best of luck.
Let me connect here. I just noticed. I didn't even notice I got 10%.
I got 12%.
Oh. So
We may have to call this thing early. We'll see.
Netherlands. It's like, yeah, the Netherlands. No, it's funny because for the past 2 days, Bob has been telling me it's Jaime, and like you can see the talent. I just figure I'm like they're gonna go long, athletic, but then you start factoring in Max Strus. You're possibly moving Duncan. You're moving Cal.
Oh, that's a solid pick for
it
Portland.
makes sense. Let me see. Forward, okay, yeah.
Chris Murray.
Yeah. I'm telling. Look, situation. Obviously, Dame doesn't request a trade. He still has a solid team around him. Like, is there a is it salvageable, or at this point, it's just like the timeline? Like, he just wants to go out, and he's not ready for a build because obviously you're Portland's GM. You're gonna build the best team that you can. But what do you feel with that, Justin? Like, if you're Dame, do you reconsider? Because you want to be in Portland. You have a solid team around you. They're just very young, so it's going to take a year or two. But you got pieces here, man.
You got pieces that are going to be 2 to 3 years away. That's a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it depends. If you want to wait it out, and who knows, if you're not contention next year, maybe you end up with Bronny and LeBron comes for 1 year, and then maybe you've got a chance.
Keenan Murray.
Keenan Murray es el de the Kings. El hermano de Murray. De Chris Murray. Yeah. He's asking who's Keegan Murray is. I'm like, man, he's the Kings rookie.
And now you go just a couple hours north to Portland. You've got his twin brother, who's going to be a rookie.
This is freshman. Look at that. Wow. The points per game doubled every time.
Oh.
It's funny because they're twins, but he plays a different style of game completely than Keegan Murray. Even he has a different body build.
The Kings are just made a trade.
Are they going for Murray?
The Kings are trading Richaun Holmes and number 24 to Dallas.
To Dallas. Okay. That's okay. You see, once again, Dallas is cap team. You're trying to acquire young, cheap talent.
Richaun Holmes is solid.
It looks like my computer's about to die, so I may have to exit here. This was fun show. Thank you,
Yes,
Clark.
sir.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Bobby. I know
Yep.
you already left. Thank you.
I'll see you Tuesday, man.
Yes. Thank you to Dave for hopping in, and thank you to everybody who was tuning in here.
Yes, sir. Take care,
Man.
Justin. Much love, man.
Take care.
Much love. Good night, y'all.
Good night, buddy. Well, Clutch is just you and me, man.
Yes, sir.
Our last show for meantime. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's funny,
man.
like,
Had a
it's like you're
had a
going
good
backpacking
first
to
run.
Europe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, no, but for sure, anytime that you know that we're on, you let me know. I know in Europe it's gonna be like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Or like what is
Yeah,
it?
if
8
I'm
o'clock?
ever have some insomnia or something, I'll
You
hit
let me
you
know,
up.
man. You let me know. And we could do like where is Clutch right now? Do you got family over? I know you told me you're going with your mom. Do you have any family in Europe or no one?
I do have some family. I don't know if
Okay,
I'll
that's
see
cool.
them because they got their own stuff going on, but
Okay.
maybe.
Dude, this is insane. You still got Nick Smith on the board. Watch him get picked for Boston. In the Memphis, obviously the Memphis pick is going to Boston.
I'm surprised he dropped.
I don't know, man. That's insane. Well, he had the injury concerns and his explosiveness was a little bit off.
I
But
thought he was going to be late lottery.
yeah, and what's one thing that's hit me, Jaime. He's gonna be, he has that like Tyler Hero look with fashion and all that. So Prosper.
Oh, they took Prosper as
They
Dallas, right?
and Dallas, of course,
Yeah.
they need defense. Olivier Maxine.
Marquette.
How do you pronounce that? Maxine? Maxence. Montreal.
Maxence, I guess. Maxence.
Maxence.
The Milwaukee Bucks are acquiring number 36 in the draft. So they got a second round pick. You're muted.
I'm sorry, there was talking about the Heat. 3 of the last 4 picks that they're all white. It's like, guys, come on, man. It's like, relax, bro.
But he's fine. He's diverse enough. He's Mexican. It counts.
Exactly. It checks off all the boxes.
That's crazy. That's right. Hero Jovic.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
This guy.
Now we have to trade some of them just to level it out, bro. We can't have so many white people on the team. Like that's not productive.
I remember that. I think it was 2020 where we had the white lineup where it was, I think,
Yeah.
Myers Leonard, Kelly Olynyk, Tyler Hero,
Yeah,
Nikola Dragic. I think Strus was on the roster at that. I don't know.
he was. And just for notation, obviously we're joking, so obviously everybody is still tuning in with us. Do not take that personal. It's just a joke. Will you attend any PL or? Oh, that's a question for you, Clutch. I think.
I don't know what that means.
Has to be a soccer team.
Oh, Premier League. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't really follow
It
soccer
really
like
goes.
that. I know I'm gonna be in London. I'm gonna go to some wrestling, Money in the Bank.
Okay, that's true. You told me you got tickets for that.
Yep, I'm gonna go to that. And then after that, I don't know if I'm gonna do any other sporting events.
Your parents, Deshaun and Galen, are here. You guys, folks might not be familiar with your son, but what is this organization essentially getting in him?
What pick are we on right now? 25?
25. Yeah, there's 5 more in the first, and we'll sign off. Obviously, we'll sign off in the first, and then we'll have reaction next week for the second. But you're leaving. When are you leaving? This week?
Yeah, I leave on Monday.
Okay. Let's see what they pick, man.
Boston's finally on the board. And they traded their pick.
Who?
The Pistons are trading for the Boston pick.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, the back end of the first round is usually where you get a lot of the action.
Yeah, no, and also they're trading back a little bit, save some more money. You would figure because they're about to sign. They're gonna sign Jaylen Brown to that extension. Next
I think
year,
they're going to extend Porzingis too.
They're gonna be a second apron team, man. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I know offensively they're more diverse for Porzingis, but they need guard help They need a lot of guard help. So I don't know how they're going to handle that. And trading Smart, that's the heart of your team. That's your best defensive player. They're going to have a defensive drop. I know Derek White is going to fill in the gap for that, but he's nowhere near the defender that Marcus Smart was. So I'm interested to see how they fill up all those voids that they have in the backcourt.
We didn't really talk about this Marcus Smart trade today.
We didn't. Obviously, it was a drafting, but I was surprised by it. I figured, they got Brogdon. Brogdon's gonna have surgery. He's gonna be ready for the season. I was surprised that he wasn't cleared medically. I guess it was the shoulder injury. So, but obviously, when that falls back, your only other tradable contract was Marcus Smart, which to me was a great get for Memphis because you basically traded off Dillon Brooks for Marcus Smart. You got a veteran. You got another defensive player to team up with Triple J. So that's a solid pickup.
It's crazy because Marcus Smart was one of the guys I thought was going to really be around there forever.
Exactly.
I thought they were going to trade Jaylen Brown before they trade Marcus Smart.
Exactly. Trust me, Marcus Smart thought he was going to be there forever too, man. We got here.
Hey, you already know the Celtics are a cold team because remember what they did to Isaiah Thomas.
Yep. That's why I understand these players when it's like you have to look out for yourself because the organizations are going to do what's best for them. Very few organizations are class acts when it comes to that. But no matter what, an organization is going to look out for themselves. Indiana's not going to go with Smith. Man, why is he dropping? Like, there has to be the injury. Someone's going to snatch him up.
I wonder who the Pistons go with since they traded up into the first round.
Oh, don't do that. Why are you going to put that shot up again? Keep showing this replay.
So that means it's Saturday.
Marcus Sasser. Wow. He even got picked before.
Marcus Sasser. I think he was a second round talent, like projected.
Yeah. He's a shooter, but as you can see there, and he played with Houston, so he has the experience. #1 team in the country. He fits perfectly with Detroit, what they're trying to do. So it's 31 and future second round picks according to Woj to the Pistons. Okay.
Yeah, that's solid. It only costs a couple seconds to move up in the first round. In the back end, I mean.
And one thing I see with Jaime, I know he's listed as a guard, but most likely for us, for the Heat, he's going to play probably small forward. He's going to be the backup small forward to Jimmy.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and they'll play together too at times, but you can definitely see he has more of a small forward type build. Because he's not, like I was telling Bob, he's not crazy athletic. He's not the fast guy, but he has the build where he can bully smaller guards.
Yeah, he's what, 6'7"?
Yeah, here's listed 6'6", but he's 6'6", like 240. So he's that solid, stocky shooting guard.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty stocky because I think
Yeah,
Bam is what 6'9", 250.
exactly. Yeah. See what Indiana goes with you. You still, man, Sensible. Sensible still there. Bryce Sensible.
Nick Smith, Rupert is still there.
hmm Leonard Miller. I'm surprised. I mean, those. There's going to be some teams trading up in the second round to get some of these talents.
¿Qué picks tenemos?
Getting 2 first-round picks for Marcus Smart is crazy.
That's the cost of. Uh, they got rid of Tyus Jones, Danilo, which I think Danilo might end up with us. There's someone's gonna take on Kyle Lowry's contract. It could be closer to a trade deadline, but and Marcus Smart, you got to win the contract for 3 years at a reasonable price. But and it's
Yeah,
late first round picks, you know.
but to give up 2 first-rounders, like he must have
That's
been
it is.
somebody Memphis is was really targeting
Of
specifically.
course, of course. Memphis is trying to save what they have because if Jamoran is not, if Jamoran doesn't find some balance now and some refocusing, like they can lose that young core that they have with Desmond Main and Justin Jackson, and the whole league is competitive. So if you don't have some veteran presence now, and you got Steven Adams coming back, so that's gonna give you some balance throughout the whole roster. But it does come at a steep cost. Like I was surprised by it. I'm not gonna lie. I knew for sure one first round pick, but two, I was like, I don't know if there's protections on them or it's just like an outright.
I think it's outright, which is crazy.
Outright, that's insane. Yeah. See now at the end. Ben Shepherd. Okay.
Yo digo que nosotros íbamos a coger el número 2 de UM.
Isaiah Wong. My son keeps talking about Isaiah Wong, which I think is going to be an undrafted signing for sure.
It could
Honestly,
happen. I mean, he was worked out by them.
yeah, that's what I'm just waiting for. The draft to finish, and then you start seeing everybody that's signed right off the bat.
I wonder if the Heat are actually going to make a move to buy a first-round pick. I mean, a second-round pick.
If the right player is there, man, I'm telling you, Bobby sent me the like I said, it's been going crazy. Work is insane. The coaching, they're remodeling the bathroom. So I really haven't sat down and gone through all this prospect footage. But Bobby brought me up these two, and I was actually looking at film of Najee. He has he's very raw, but he has everything that you want in order to develop a big man that can play next to Bam and all that. So Bam can play the four a little bit because I know you like
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
that.
He could back up Bam. Maybe not play next game.
He
Maybe
could
back
he
him
could
up.
he could back up Bam. I want to see what it's funny because I mean I'm still surprised. Not a single word from Dame. No Chris Haynes, nothing.
A problem for Miami has always been, at least the last couple of years, the backup center.
Yeah.
So they need to address that. I mean, Cody Zeller at first, he was actually doing pretty well, and then he just fell
Mhm.
off. Same thing with Dwayne Dedman. He started off pretty hot and then tapered off and then
Yeah.
ended up getting traded.
I honestly think Orlando Robinson's going to step in. He's going to have a role. They're still obviously going to go for depth, and they're still going to sign. But I think Orlando Robinson, Jamal Cain, Nikola Jovic, they're going to have roles this year, man. And with Jaime, you're looking at arguably that might be your 4 off the bench with Jaquez, Jaime. You got Orlando, you got Jamal Cain, and then you got Bouger, which that could be your 5 off the bench right there.
Damn, you already forgot about Yurt 7?
Yeah, I don't think. I think he might resign for depth. But
He's a
I
free
don't
agent,
think that-
right?
Yeah, he's a free agent. So there's another team that might give him some playing time. So if he signs with us again, it's just like a last resort, kind of like a security blanket, because he's trying to get more money and more playing time elsewhere. Okay, here's Shard. Let's see what they go with. There you go. Wow.
Nick
It's
Smith Jr.
Nick Smith Jr. I'm surprised he fell that much, man. Just his injuries, but he looks like Ja Rule. I'm telling you, that is a steal by. I'm surprised he fell that much.
Oh, this guy is fun. This Jaime guy is funny. Apparently, they're like interviewing him right now,
Uh
and he says, "I would be lying if I said I didn't have a sense that I'd be picked by Miami."
huh. Yeah, he sold himself. He sold himself to the Heat.
I mean, he had a workout, and Miami worked out Nick Smith Jr. as well, and they
Yeah.
decided liked him better. So it must
Yeah.
be for something.
Hey man, the one thing I do like, I like his build. He's strong, so and he seems to be very good defensively. Like I know I'll joke around with Bobby. He's not like when I say athletic, he's obviously athletic. He's just not a super freak athlete that we're used to in the Bams and the Jimmies, things like that. Even Jimmy's not that super crazy athletic, but he's diligent and he's persistent. So and he has that. So you see the similarities there.
I think Jimmy does have that athleticism in him, but he just doesn't use it to preserve himself.
It's selective.
Because I remember, I think it was during the playoffs. There was a foul call and the play was dead, and he did a reverse pump.
Oh yeah,
reverse
yeah,
dunk.
those, yeah. But you see, he's that type that he could do it, and then there's like the Russell Westbrook that are just athletic, and they're super freaks. No matter what they're doing, they're always doing it that way, which is like kind of John Moran and what Derrick Rose was. Like they could jump out the gym. That's the emotion. You see, that kid has a chip on his shoulder, so he's gonna perform. Dude, if he doesn't get
Be
hurt,
a solid off the bench player for Charlotte.
oh yeah. If he doesn't get hurt, this kid's a top 5 pick, top 10 pick.
I honestly didn't think like Miami would get him because I thought he would be gone. I thought he'd be past.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
late lottery at worst. But he ended up going 27.
And honestly, one thing that we didn't touch upon with Miami's pick, obviously, depending on what happens with Dame, this pick obviously looks to be that you are going to prioritize Gabe Vincent if Gabe Vincent comes back. This basically shuts the door on Max Strus returning. If depending also if you do move Robinson or whatnot, but the Jamie pick, that shuts the door completely on Strus, in my opinion. It could happen. You never know.
In a way, like this draft did that in the sense
Yeah.
that if you picked a point guard, you knew Gabe Vincent was probably gone.
Exactly.
If you picked a wing, you knew like now you know Max Strus is probably out the door. Obviously, there's still no guarantees on Vincent, but it's
Yeah,
looking like they might look to keep him.
exactly. It's highly most probable player that you're going to keep out of everybody is Vincent. And you can, if unless it's part of a salary dump with Kyle Lowry, you can possibly still count on Duncan Robinson being here because you don't want to give up assets just to move his contract.
Yeah, Duncan is probably involved in the trade if it's Dame, obviously, or
Mm-hmm.
those higher end players that become available.
I want to see because even the subsequent moves, depending on what happens, if Vic opts in, which I think he has like another week to do so, or before July 1st, um, then you see what you do. Let's see Utah. I'm telling you, that's another good pick, man. Utah's loaded. This kid dropped too. This kid was supposed to be the top 15.
Hey, these
And he can,
last two picks in the first round, they have some solid options. I mean, Leonard Miller is still
hey,
out there.
man.
That Rupert guy from France is still out there.
Yeah. Look, this kid right here was I always said like if he pick him, he needs to lose some weight, but he has the same body type as Hyman. Stocky. He's like at least 6'6". Oof.
The Pacers and the Clippers are left.
That's it. Those are the last two picks, and then we can call it a night. Murray, Jax Jr. Denver's coming up now. Yeah, this is Denver's pick. Don't
Oh yeah,
imagine they can get even
I
better.
forgot they don't announce these things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so pointless, man. So pointless to do this. How do you feel so far, Clutch? Who do you think has come on top of the draft?
I like, in a sense, I like what Houston did. They ended
Mhm.
up at the end of the day, they got an NBA ready player at number 20.
Yeah.
So you got. I know there's the questions and stuff, but the obvious winner, I guess you're gonna say it's San Antonio because they got the generational player. Even,
Oh, of
but
course.
out of that, I think Houston did well. I guess I don't know. I'm looking at Detroit kind of reached a bit. I think Grady Dick was a good pick for Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I'm at on those. Case and Wallace, like I just hope he doesn't get lost in the shuffle. I think it's OKC where he's going.
Yeah. There's gonna be some more moves there. But I agree with you. My top two are Houston and I think Utah. Utah's had a good draft too. A solid draft to build around.
Those assholes in Los Angeles taking Shafino.
Oh, you see, that is one thing. If Shafino would have been available, and it was between him and Jaime, who do you think they would have gone with?
Honestly, I want to say Shafino, but honestly, I think it's still been Jaime
Jaime.
because they usually like the Heat sometimes tip their hat on who they're gonna pick because of who they
Mm-hmm.
work out, and they worked out Jaime and they didn't work out Shafino. So.
So they knew what they wanted. That's the good thing.
Minnesota has traded to get number 33 in the second round.
There you go. Get ready.
Yep.
Chris Paul, I love Warriors.
Coach, I know you've seen this picture, and it's kind of funny. It's like they say the Marcus Smart last play was him whining to the refs. Did you see
Oh
the
yeah,
picture?
complaining instead of like covering the shot.
That's the best part, man. That's the best part.
I saw another one that said the last thing Marcus Smart saw as a Celtic was Duncan Robinson taunting the crowd.
We broke him. We broke him. I think, do the Nuggets go center here or Leonard Miller? Watch him go Leonard Miller. Well, they might go guard because they might lose Bruce Brown. Bryce Brown. Sorry, is it Bryce? No, Bruce.
Oh,
Wow.
they reached quite a bit.
Watch him go with Jackson Jr. Whoa. Yeah, that's wow. Okay, I'll
I
trust
see
them.
a reach because I'm looking here and he was ranked 48th.
Oh, so they just drafted him for his shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that point, you just won a championship. I guess you just want the
Yeah.
specialist.
Well, especially Denver. Denver's gonna be the example of what contenders are gonna build like when they have like three max players. Since they have the Murray contract, Porter and Jovic, and Jokic, you have to build through the draft. That's why they acquire so many first round picks and second round picks.
And we are on the final pick.
Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. What I love about the NBA draft is that you have the whole draft just in one day,
Yeah, that's true.
which is good. Obviously, it's only 2 rounds, but
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not like the NFL draft, obviously, because in the NBA is what 300 players, and the NFL is thousands.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's the Clippers on the clock, and I have no idea if it's their pick because they don't let us know these things.
No, this is the Clippers pick. I believe it's the
Okay.
Clippers pick.
And I just noticed, like the thing about Pat Riley, he's not scared to draft those 3-4 year college players.
No, at all. He used to draft those mostly.
I mean, Dwayne Wade was a 4-year player, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he was a junior.
So 3-year.
3 years, yeah. But
Okay.
Pat, the reason also like you can kind of see the trend is because obviously they want to win now. It's still talent though. He still fits perfectly. But if it was talent, it would have been Whitmore, which I honestly I thought they were gonna go Whitmore. I'm not gonna lie. But obviously, depending on what they do with Dame, they got a window here, and you still got you basically did that last year with Jovic, so you're gonna develop him, and this is a nice combination, man. We have a nice set, and like I said, this all could be part of the package, and you just keep this kit, you just keep Jaime, and you trade Hero Jovic, which I wouldn't want, but it's gonna be a few interesting. Now comes free agency in less than a week, and then you have usually those big trades happen in the summer. So it's gonna be a nice 2 to 3 week period now, and we'll have an
Yeah.
idea of where we're at. But I do gotta admit, one of the things that surprised me, we haven't heard peep from Chris Haynes. Let me check. Has he posted anything about Dame or no?
I don't think so.
Because that seems to be obviously this is PR, also, But you never know. Dame might be thinking about it, even though I'm pretty sure he had an idea of what Portland was gonna do. No, he hasn't texted. He hasn't said anything. It's like the untrained eye doesn't see it, but we just drafted cultured Larry Bird.
It's gonna be fun to see them because we have summer league coming up too. Jovic
Yeah,
and
him and
this guy.
Jovic.
They're gonna play.
Yes, for sure. And Jamal Cain's gonna play. Robinson's gonna play. And bro, I can't say this enough about the Rockets. You hire, obviously, you got the coach. You draft Thompson, Whitmore. You got like almost $70 million in cap space. Like you look around and there's like at least 4 to 5 teams across the board, like the Magic, OKC, Houston. They're all young, they're hungry, and you have so much money to play with in these regards that you can sign like a Chris Middleton if you want. But one last question before I forget. What do you think James Harden ends up?
It's weird because you had the noise early that it was probably going to be Houston and he was on his way out of Philly. And then there's a little bit of noise saying he's planning on re-signing with Philly.
Yeah, that's his only option really now.
So I really have no idea. It's obviously, I think, going to be one of the two. I don't think there's going to be any surprises anywhere else.
Well,
I don't know. I guess if I had to guess, honestly, I'm leaning towards him staying in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it might be his best fit, and they play good basketball. I want to see what Nurse does. You got Maxey though. Like I don't know if that's gonna bother Max. Like not bother. Like stun Maxey's growth. But the final pick, LA Clippers pick Kobe Brown, forward out of Missouri. All right. Well, that's the first round.
That's it.
And Clutch, before you go, man, I just want to say it's been a pleasure. I've loved being able to do all these shows with you throughout. We've gotten closer throughout these months. I'm going to miss you. I do wish you best of luck in your endeavors in Europe. I hope you have a great time in your travels and any work opportunity that presents itself. May it be the best for you and your family. And whenever you're free, whenever you can't sleep, whenever you want to watch a Heat game, because you're probably going to stay up to watch a few of the games, you let me know,
sure.
And we'll do a live show, man. We'll go live, no matter what.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. And how do they say? It's not goodbye. It's just see you later.
Just see you later. And like always, and any those will be your final words. Do you have anything else to say? As your tradition?
As per tradition, no, man. Just see you guys later. I'll be around. You won't get rid of me that easily.
Well, Miami, have it here. Thank you for tuning in with us. Obviously, it was a special NBA draft show, live reaction, which is cool. Obviously, as it gets into the night, it gets a little bit slower. But this is the best part. You get to like talk and see everything that you go like with your friends, watching the draft, the live reaction. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll have reaction on the second round or anything else Miami does. Hopefully on the Dame Lillard front, any other solo moves. So we'll follow that up next Tuesday. I'll be obviously out of the country for the next week after that, but we'll have live reaction hopefully with Justin. I'll see if Rob Parks is going to be with us and Bobby. But on behalf of everybody, Clutch, safe travels, much love. See y'all next Tuesday. Go Heat. How do we end this?
Fuck Boston.
Still live. There you go. Perfect, man. Take care. Peace out, Miami.